Hello, and welcome to Dork Tales. Welcome to Technocracy Zero Sum. I am your storyteller, Jen, and how's everyone doing tonight?
Woo!
Woo! Woo! Much woo.
No.
Robin, how you doing with the moving in and everything?
You know, it's a thing. I'm like mostly unpacked now. It's great. I have like only like a couple boxes left that are done. And you know, I'm back in this is the second time I'm streaming from the bedroom corner, which is great.
From the box.
From the box. It's quite warm in this little jacket though. This unbreathable pleather jacket, not the best decision for a tiny box. But hey.
I love when we make costume decisions and then our life decides that was the wrong choice.
Yeah. So yeah, it's great.
All right.
Well, you never LARP in leather. Never LARP in leather.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Especially in university buildings with no air conditioning in the summer.
Just live LARP leather or don't.
Live LARP leather.
Oh God, that's a different thing, I think. All right. Well, yeah. Welcome everyone. This is episode 4, The Word of the Sphinx, which is exciting. And let's meet our players and characters. So I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the storyteller. And moving on, I think, who is next? Kelly is next.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kelly. I'm normally in that chair, but I'm not tonight because I am in this chair. I am playing Nolan. Both of us use he and him pronouns, although Nolan probably uses whatever he really wants or they really want. And I'm excited to be here. Nolan is a void engineer and former member of the New World Order who quit his job and got hired on as a psychotherapist. And now he's just a psycho. Or he's working on it anyway. I'm excited to be here.
Fantastic, and we're excited to have you, especially Nolan. I love Nolan. Nolan's great. Moving on to Christine.
I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I'm playing Sophia Smith, our progenitor pharmacopoeia damage control. She also uses she, her pronouns.
Excellent. And down to Amy.
Oh, hi, that's me. I am Amy. I use she, her, they, them pronouns, as does Heather Anderson, my void engineer of the Earth Frontier Division. Checks notes.
Checks notes from, yeah.
Of the definitely not gonna die division.
Definitely not. And last but certainly not least, Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I got my hand caught in my wig. I use she, her pronouns, as does Tegan Warner, our Iteration X member. I totally just forgot my character for a second.
I've done that so many times.
Yeah, because you know, it's been a while since we've had Mage, but I did actually play Tegan. Oh, you know, pretty recent actually. Jen ran me my seeking.
Yeah. You want to talk about that at all? Or do you want to wait to do it in character?
I don't know how I'm going to do it in character, so I'll think about that, but I would like to say I did my seeking. Jen did an awesome job, and I passed, so I have enlightenment so it's great. It was a really fun time, and yeah, I'm super excited to use that enlightenment. Tegan has learned some lessons, which is great because she was on a path.
Yeah, neither of us were sure she was going to pass that.
No. There was a moment, and it definitely I really could have easily seen Tegan failing that. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get the audio cleaned up and put together, and we can hopefully release that to Patreon sometime in the future, but it's behind a few other things. So, and well, now that that's all dealt with, it's been a month. So let's recap where we were. Last time on Zero Sum, Tegan was gifted many, many terabytes of data from Kibo. Many, many, many.
So many memes.
So many memes. And upon rifling through them, both kind of there in her brain with Kibo for a hot second, and then a bit later with the others, after they tied her up and put her in a closet and hoped that she didn't become evil. It's a good time. You discovered details about what was going on at the deep sea exploration zone, and perhaps some insight into why some of you were chosen for this little adventure and how you ended up here, sort of. And you fixed a little fixed the wonder that is hiding in the bottom of this ship, and finally managed to get out of the null zone. So you can see stars again, but not much else. And finally, at the end of the episode, there was a little recording that drifted through Tegan's mind, that she was picking up some sort of radio signal that had a pretty cryptic quote. And then people were going to sleep. But before we get into that, what's everyone's current damage level and like type of damage and what level you're at?
Emotional damage high,
Cool, good.
Heather has 3
but also
egg.
bruised.
Okay.
I'm bruised with aggravated damage, if that is a thing that can actually happen.
Yeah.
Tegan is also 3 egg, so she's injured with
I
egg.
got 2 egg, so hurt.
Cool. Okay. So,
And I got 3
Love-
paradox.
nice.
Actually, no. 1 paradox. 1 paradox, 2 quint. That's what that is.
Yes.
I missed where the dot was.
Fair, yeah. That dot can be hard to see sometimes. Okay, so according to the healing chart, because I wanted to look this up, those of you who are injured with ag, you are going to be healing ag unless Sophia finds quintessence to heal you more. You're going to be healing for about 11 days. It takes about a week to heal that first one. Nolan, you're going to be fine after like a day and some sleep. So you are on watch.
Like another day?
Pardon me?
Like another day or this day?
Well, it says 1 day, but I think you need to get a solid sleep. So once you get a solid sleep, you can heal that egg. Cool. And then Sophia, you are at hurt, and yeah, because you're I think you had a bashing at one point, but that would have healed by now, so that's fine.
Yeah, I think we healed
and-
that last game, but I've got the 2 ag left.
Cool. So you are at about 4 days of healing.
Okay.
And this is without any intervention, and because it's ag, it does require the quintessence. But I mean, Sophia, if you wished, you could scour your pattern and probably get, if you put 2 bashing on there, you'd get 2 quint, and you'd still heal that damage in like 2 hours. Because once it bashing down to wounded only takes like an hour to heal. So okay. Now let's go back a little bit to while Heather was taking a couple of hours to fix the wonder and get you all out of the null zone. Everyone was going to do something for a little bit, and I just want to check in and see what those things might have been. We're just going to find out what everyone's up to, starting with Sophia.
Okay.
This is while Heather's fixing the wonder.
Right. Had Sophia already fucked off by this point last game and was in another room?
Sophia
She
had
pissed off for a
spent
little
bit
bit.
yeah, she had spent some time in the like lab area, and going through the boxes in there, and so she could continue to do that, basically, if
Yeah.
she wants.
Unless there's anything that you would think would be jumping out at her as something to like investigate and pay attention to, she'll
Okay.
kind of just keep doing, I guess, essentially make work instead of sitting around watching and waiting for something to happen.
Right. Okay. Um. 1 second. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, why don't you give me a perception and awareness roll just while you're in there?
What's
Difficulty of 6.
Sweet. That is 2 6s, 2 10s, and a 1, so 3 successes.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So you're in the lab, in this sort of medical lab ward area, just kind of going through these boxes. As I mentioned previously, you can, if you wanted to like use your requisitions in any of these things, you can, to, you know, pull out anything specific that you might want. But you kind of get this prickling on the back of your neck just being in here. It's not, I wouldn't say it's a bad prickling, but it makes you kind of curious that something odd might be going on.
Okay. Oh, I remember what I'd been doing last time. I had fucked off the infirmary and had been sorting through their crap and making like little things to throw at people.
Right. You were making things.
Which
yeah.
I forgot about after last game. So I kind of want to say blanket, like when we run against a situation, your judgment call as to whether or not I have something that helps.
Sure. Yeah. That sounds good. That sounds good. But it still stands kind of while you're making these things. I'm going to change the description of what it feels like just a little bit.
Okay.
But it feels like since you've been here and you're the one who's done a fair amount of science, of enlightened science, with, you know, healing people and stuff like that. And in doing so, it's felt a little rough around the edges. And it doesn't feel like that here in this room.
So like out in the main area was using enlightened science was not quite right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We were having some blowback on that. But in here it feels like I could do my stuff as usual and not have any problems.
Yeah.
Interesting. Remind me again how you get more quint.
You can scour your pattern. You can pull it from a node. You can get TAS as a physical form of quintessence. Some people can put it into and pull it out of like devices and people and stuff like that.
Okay.
And yeah, in our chat, Kelly asked, good question. What level of prime do you have? I think you have 2.
2.
Yeah. So I think you need 3 to pull it from most sources. But
Yep.
if you had tasks or if you scoured your pattern, you could do it that way.
All right.
And there are nice ways to scour your pattern comparatively. There's a rote that allows you to do it, so you can suck a point of quintessence out of your pattern or primal energy, or whatever you want to call it, for a point of ag that has to heal normally. And that quintessence can be used for any effect. You can pick a sphere that it applies to, and it's only a lethal, or you can pick a singular effect or rote that it works for, and it's a bashing.
All right. So if I wanted to scour specifically to heal, it would be less damaging.
To you, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, since it feels like that maybe I won't get any blowback to healing shit here, I think Heather was really badly hurt still.
Yeah.
As the worst off. How much ag again?
She has 3.
3?
Actually, Tegan has 3 as well. But Tegan doesn't feel
Tegan
worse than me.
Tegan doesn't feel pain.
So she's not even going to notice she has bad ag.
How
Falls off. Oop.
good of like a healing effect could I put into place with my life 3 and using a quint or something? Because I kind of want to take myself off of that -1 hurt level as well, if possible. But if I can expand it to multiple people, I would do that. Probably to try and the best I could to
Right.
like
Yeah.
what would be like the most best use of my energy and expand time to get as many people as I can.
Yeah, so if you were to declare like more successes that you were going for in order to affect additional people and stuff like that, you could definitely kind of expand your science that way.
Okay.
But it would be.
And could I take time, since we're not really doing much right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of the taking time when like LARP rule if it makes sense in game, and since we're not doing a lot, you have a couple of hours, then yeah, you absolutely can.
Because I'm pretty sure that a bunch of the stuff I found in the infirmary, I could probably whip up to be like, stop your internal bleeding, and push the magic that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or the what is it again? It's something science.
Enlightened science.
Enlightened science, that's what it is. Yes. I'm mentally not a technocrat. I'm very much a mage at heart.
Me too. So it's hard to switch language sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think
so I will happily scour for a point of quint for that, to just take some bashing and try and get rid of my ag. At least 1 point. If I can, I'll take both points off myself, because I'm likely to get hurt again. But I'll try and take a point off Tegan and Heather.
Yeah.
I think Nolan was fine for ag.
Nolan has one egg, and so it'll heal when he sleeps.
Okay, yeah.
He's pretty good. Hey Kelly, do you have the what's the word? Healing like
the health chart? Unfortunately, I don't on.
I have the health chart, but I'm just thinking like in terms of how many successes you need to heal things.
Oh, 1 heals 2.
Oh, cool. So
it's the same as damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say I knew it wasn't quite. Okay, yeah, right. So they have a base damage or duration chart, and I didn't read that it also applies to healing, which I just saw the note on. So, perfect. So yeah, you basically need one. Yeah. So you need one success to basically heal. One success or two to heal yourself, because this goes one and then two. Two says 2 levels for damage, but
Weird.
yeah, might be an M20 thing.
Interesting.
You know what? I'm just gonna call it. We're gonna do. You need one success to heal your. One success and 1 point of quint to heal, or sorry, 2 points of quint to heal your 2 ag. And then an additional success plus so 3 plus 3 more successes to do Heather. If you're going to do it on 1, then you'd need like 5 successes and 5 quint, but you can do it like because you're making stuff for it. I'm gonna say that you can like heal yourself and then like do the scouring pattern thing for hers. Okay. So that you're not putting yourself at incapacitated with bruised.
Sounds good. All right, so I have 2 quint off the bat that I have currently, and then I'll have to scour for anything else. Am I able to scour for more than 1 at a time?
Technically, like in one kind of effect, sort of, yes. Just it takes a couple of rounds, basically, is what you're doing.
Okay. Sounds good. And then I will happily go after at least 1 person with a needle.
Yeah. So
inject it right to the proper site.
For the record, the infirmary counts as a 3-point laboratory, as per the background.
All right.
Which is why it does not feel bad.
Nice. All right, but Heather is currently doing a thing to fix a thing, so she's probably not in there, right?
It's true, yeah.
Okay. So maybe in the meantime, why don't I try and take like 1 of Tegan's off or something, and then I can always hunt Heather down and take 1 of hers off to at least get them down to 2.
And you can like let your bashing heal and then come back around to it, right?
All right, so I think that's the plan then. And I guess just let me roll. Tell me whatever you need to roll whenever, and we'll get there eventually.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll just need to roll your Rattray, and if you bring Tegan in, you can kind of do this all at once, and you'll just have to scour. If you're only doing 1 for her, then you just have to scour your pattern the once for the 1 quint.
You know what? I might as well try and get it all off, and then try and get all of Heather's off.
Okay.
Or at least good. two from each, maybe, so that they only have to sleep to get rid of the other one.
Fair, yeah.
And then they're not at minuses.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, do it the smart, safe way.
All right. How far away are we from where Tegan is right now, then? Like physically.
Let's find out what Tegan's up to. How about?
Because if she doesn't think they're that far away, Sophia will stick her head out the door.
Well, I forget where you guys left. Did we leave with Tegan in her room? Being, hey, are you a robot still? You crazy? Is that where we left off?
No. I think. Well, I think. I closed the recap. Oh well. Tegan can be wherever Tegan would like to be. Let's put it that way.
Sure. Let's say Tegan's probably in like the bridge of. Do they call it still the bridge? The sub, the controls, the helm. There we go.
The helm.
The helm of the sub.
Cool. Right. Then she is a little ways away. I don't think you'd be able to just necessarily yell, but there is a communication system if you wanted to.
All right, I think Sophia will try and use that then. And
sure.
Tegan. Are you near system? Do you have a minute?
Yeah, I'm just
Wonderful. Can you come to the infirmary? You're still hurt, right?
Tegan looks down. I think so. She runs like a system diagnostic through her eye. Oh,
You start getting errors that are like,
Huh.
your body is hurt.
Huh.
Please fix it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Apparently, yeah. I'll be right there. And Tegan like abruptly gets up and then just like unconsciously or like subconsciously starts limping. Something like being aware of the fact that she's hurt. Suddenly's like acting hurt. It's like, I don't feel this, but I feel like I should be.
Nice. But I think Sophia will have mixed up stuff to think in advance of like the non-organic parts of Tegan to not affect that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And she'll have a little like line of syringes laid out probably.
Okay.
Zydrate comes in a little glass vial.
They had an excellent amount of stock, so let's fix what's going wrong.
Yeah, apparently I'm quite hurt. They kind of messed around a little bit with my brain, so sometimes I don't feel necessarily when I'm hurt.
Pain. I mean, it could be useful, but doesn't it get in the way of knowing how badly hurt you are? Like, so you don't know when to stop necessarily or get away?
I guess I always just have used it as you fight until the job's done, and then afterwards you get fixed back up, I guess.
Well, see, the issue with that is if you die before they can fix you, because you didn't realize how badly you were hurt.
Huh.
Pain is generally saying don't do that.
Yeah, but I find that can...
Well, I'm
I feel
not
like that's
saying
sometimes
don't
a barrier.
minimize it, but it might be good to have like a little bit of feedback.
Yeah.
Just like maybe like stub toe level so that you know something is hurt.
Yeah, maybe I could try and
That might be
work in
something to research. That might be very useful.
yeah, I could try and program something, maybe. Well,
All right. Well, I hope you
thanks for
find
asking,
needles.
though. Nah,
And she's gonna reach out and stab you with one.
doesn't hurt.
All right, just roll 3 dice.
Yep, and let's see. You are taking some time with this. You got the thing, and it's not going to give you paradox, but the we're going to call that difficulty reduced by 1 for that. Yeah, let's say difficulty of 4, and you're looking for what was that? 1, 2, like 3, at least 3 successes to get Tegan's 2 ag off her.
Well, that's 2 10s right off the bat, and a 7. Are we exploding those in this one? I've forgotten.
Yes. You are exploding 10s on magic rolls, and then specialties, and then if we have specialties in magic, it's
that was another
greater.
10 and a 5. And that's another 10. 1 second. That's another 5. 4, 6,
Okay.
7.
Amazing. Yeah. I'm just gonna say Tegan is completely healed. And aside from the bashing you have to take to scour your pattern, which it is going to cost that extra quint, so you will have to do for that.
So it's 3
you are
bashing?
healed. Yeah, so you're at basically 3 bashing.
Great.
And you have, aside from spending the quint, you have the ability to heal 2 more ag on Heather.
Excellent.
So you'll have to still scour and spend the quint, but
Okay.
you don't have to. You don't have
So I
to
can
roll
heal
for
up
it again.
these 3 bashing in the next
Yeah.
couple hours, and then rescour, get some more. So basically, maybe I've prepped like basically prepped it into like
Yeah.
pre-done syringes. I just have to stab her with.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then you just need to spend the primal energy rather than quint.
I will do that.
Wow, that. Whew. Yeah, clean as a fucking whistle. Damn. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. Well. Whew. I feel good.
She's just gonna kind of hustle you out of the infirmary at this point.
All right. I'm gonna go back to the helm and play with the computer. Talk with the computer.
She's had her social interaction.
She's good.
She's like, move off.
So good. Is Sophia doing anything else, or just kind of being like, well, I have my infirmary now?
I feel like that's probably what she's gonna keep working on now that she's gotten that already. She's gonna focus on maybe cleaning the space up and kind of making it hers.
Okay.
Maybe cleaning out a desk in the back corner and putting a screen up and having somewhere she can hide if need be,
that
and
sounds
just
good.
feel like nobody's watching her.
Yeah. And I will say that you as a progenitor get the full benefit of this laboratory because it is very directed at like medicine and biological sciences.
Which would make sense for a pharmacopoeist.
Exactly. Anyone else who asks if they can use it and go there will get some benefits, but not the entire bit. So just for anyone else who might be wanting to do super vulgar magic. Science, sorry.
Obviously, this wasn't vulgar. I stuck them with needles and it worked.
Yeah, absolutely. As it
That's how
should in
modern
an
medicine
infirmary.
works, right? That's what all the TV shows show.
Yeah, exactly. You can heal anything here.
Exactly. We're just that good at it.
Yeah. So Sophia putters around and tidies some things up and puts some stuff in boxes away, makes it her own. And from there, I'm going to pan over to Tegan, since we were just seeing Tegan anyway, and see what's up with her.
So timeline-wise, has Tegan gone through her enlightenment? Nope. Okay.
No.
Cool.
This is just before.
Okay.
Or I should say a few hours before.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was wondering. I just didn't know if it was gonna be like when she was asleep while everyone had her down, or if it was gonna be later. But later, cool. So yeah, I think Tegan's like pretty exhausted. And I think after getting healed though, kind of has realized maybe that, some circuits were kind of weird and loose. So I think she's going to start messing about with the helm of the ship and try and just run some like basic diagnostics now that we actually have like power-ish to the ship and things are getting slowly like worked on it. So I think Tegan's going to basically try and do some of the smaller systems that would get left out and check things like the weaponry and the all of the different systems that are in place, things like anti-grav and space things and like what happens, see if there's anything for like if there's like a hull breach, does there automatically have like force fields and shit. So I think she's going to go on a deep dive with the ship for a bit and just kind of get acquainted computerly.
Sure. that sounds good. Then if you're gonna basically take the next few hours to just dig through, you can give me intelligence and either computer technology or whatever the technocrat hyper tech one is.
Hypercram.
What?
Hypertech? Oh, I thought you said hypercram.
No, the hyper tech one, whatever. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but I don't know if you have it, so.
Hypertech.
No, I don't think I do. Would you take computer engineering?
Yeah, I would.
Perfect. So that's science, specializing in computer
Sure,
engineering. And then I also have intelligence, which is analytical. So I'm like double specialized for this.
Well, you only get to explode the tens once, but
Yeah, no. I wish, man. That'd be great.
right.
All right. 4, 5.
It's one thing I
6,
like
7, 8.
about the Scion second edition is the specialties give you an extra success, and so
Yep.
if you have multiple specialties, you get multiple extra successes. It's kind of nice.
Oh dang. What's my difficulty?
Let's say it is 7, but let me know how many 10s you get.
Okay. So 7. That takes. So I have I've rolled 4 successes with 2 of them being 10 so far.
Okay.
So I have 4. So I'm re-rolling those
Wow.
2, and then another 2. So 6 with 6 successes with 2 10s.
Cool. Yeah, so Tegan spends some time digging through the systems, making sure everything is as up to snuff as you can make it. And what she learns is that there are several systems that are still offline, one of which are the engines.
Okay.
But you're not sure if that's just the result of where you are or if it's the actual engines are broken. You can't quite tell based on they're just not working. The like safety systems of if a hull breach happens, force fields go up, that sort of stuff, all of the safety systems, they seem to be working fine. Heather fixed those right in the beginning there.
Good.
With a lot of things. And the weaponry is also offline, and that you think it was deliberately put offline. Like this sub wasn't necessarily supposed to be fighting or the ship wasn't supposed to be fighting as a sub necessarily. So there's like one set of weapons that was activated, and then there's other ones that might have even just been hidden from the regular sub controls that are deliberately offline. So that might be something to look into and get back running. And the like exterior sensors are sort of working. They seem to be glitching a little every so often. Probably the result of coming through the avatar or the dimensional anomaly. Or something along those lines. They just every so often like you can use the sensors to sense either what's the word? Like you can look out as if you were potentially using cameras. You basically see nothingness because you guys haven't left the null zone at this point, so there's just nothing. But you're pretty sure those are working, except every so often it kind of does this static thing and glitches. And so you're just like, that's something to keep an eye on, maybe. But I mean, there's nothing here, so it's,
Yeah, it's a little hard to compare and figure out what you can see when you can't see anything.
Yeah.
Little bit,
And then
little
there's like motion sensors that that aren't working right now. And
Okay.
again, with the engines, it doesn't seem like anything's wrong with them necessarily. They just might not be working because of where you are.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So Tegan's doing that for a few hours. Now that she's feeling a little, I mean, she was feeling fine, but now her her system's not like blaring.
Yeah,
errors.
it's like it's responding a little bit better. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't notice like the lag time on my finger movements was a little bit weird. I thought it was just space, but
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Okay. And Nolan. What is Nolan up to?
Everyone else is puttering around doing their own thing. Okay, so how we doing, Larry? We're doing pretty well? Yeah. We're just gonna recoat you with a little bit more. He's wearing gloves. I don't have a set of gloves on me, so the prop illusion is lost. But he's gonna be redosing his drama llama or trauma llama.
Cool. Is that's the one that Mateo is not currently holding, correct?
You know what? He's gonna be checking on Mateo. I'm
Okay.
gonna take
I
this
think
back,
the one
buddy.
that Mateo is holding is actually behind me.
Fair.
Yeah. So he's gonna check on Mateo and just kind of, how we doing there, champ? You doing well?
So Mateo is still lying in the mess hall on a table, kind of clutching the trauma llama to his chest, and is still currently passed out.
Okay, that's not a good sign, buddy. You've been unconscious for a long time. Okay. Let's tie clip off, tie clip on. Okay. All right, buddy. Let's take a look at you. And he's gonna lean over and he's gonna kind of like pry his eyes open, kind of like look inside. Okay. All right, buddy. We're gonna see how you're doing right now. Let's see what's going on in there. And I'm gonna use telepathy to just take a dive and see how he's doing. How you doing?
Sure.
Champ?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy, here we go.
So he's.
You know what?
Yeah.
Let me just double check my wits rating real quick.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Improvisational, astute. You know, he's just gonna hop in. I could have scanned him first to see if he was totally in a bad space, but Nolan's getting bored and is overcaffeinated and undersleeped, so I'm pretty sure he's just gonna go, watch out! Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no! What's the difficulty? What's the difficulty, Jen?
You asked me that now.
So it's mine 3.
It is mine 3.
It's mine 3.
Oh man. Let's see. 3 plus that.
Because I'm just gonna put my dice in the chat for you.
Yeah.
So there you go. So unless that difficulty was 4, I don't think it went very well.
It did not. It did not go well at all.
So I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Okay.
Oh. Here we go. Jen, just let me know. Was that a botch?
That was a botch.
I rolled 5. I rolled 5-4-1, folks. 5-4-1. So let's botch some mind magic. Is this the first magic botch of the game?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah. I know you've been doing a lot of mind magic on yourself and like very subtle stuff on others. So I don't know how much paradox you have, but how much paradox do you have?
Right now he's got only 3.
Okay.
At least, I don't know if I got any more last game, because unfortunately I did not bring my correct sheet, so I have at least 3 on me.
Okay. Cool. At the end of this,
Maybe
regardless of whether you had anything else,
more.
you're going to have none.
Yay!
So that's
I'll just
fine.
cross out that maybe more paradox note I just made. Okay, I'm gonna put on some special Nolan music for this.
Oh boy. Okay. So how
we doing, buddy?
how is Nolan going about the telepathy?
So what he's gonna do is he is going to basically he's checking eye condition. He's going to put some eye drops in. You know what? Let's do it a fun way. I'm gonna give you some ammo. So he's gonna put some normal eye drops in for him that are designed to like help him like just kind of process things better, clear his eyes, focus on things. A slight dilating agent, nothing major. And then he's going to redose Mateo with a little bit of LSD, like very, very small. So he's gonna be like, yeah, here we go, trip, all right, here we go, trip.
Okay, excellent.
Wait, was that the blue one? Uh-oh.
So I would like you to know, I would like everyone to know that this is something I had prepared before game, but Nolan is going to be experiencing it from the first person. Okay?
Yay!
The pain was unlike anything he had ever felt before, like he'd swallowed broken glass coated with salt. He could taste copper and bile flood his mouth as he opened it to scream soundlessly into the empty room. Something snapped within him and everything went dark. But that didn't matter anymore. Here in the barren landscape before him, a tower actively crumbled in the distance, dropping stones that landed heavily, sending up clouds of dust that settled moments before the next stone fell. No sun shone here, and the sky was a green-tinged and sickly gray, and the ground was hard-packed, cracked earth that begged for a storm to revitalize it, or wash it away entirely. As there was nothing else on the horizon, he took a step towards the tower. It took a step back. There was something, or someone, important there. He could feel it in his bones, so he began to run. As he did, rain began to fall from the cloudless sky. It splashed upon the ground, turning it to mud, and the stones fell faster from the tower, which, in turn, never grew nearer. The sky began to blend and melt, sickly green-gray mingling with dusty beige. The tower was consumed by blackness as the last stone fell, leaving only emptiness where it had once been. He fell to his knees and wept, afraid what was lost could never be rediscovered. And with that, Mateo wakes up, but Nolan is looking out through his eyes. Looking at himself.
Oh, uh-oh. Guess I lost that weight. Okay.
The Nolan in
Hey.
front of you has a blank expression on his face and does not appear to be
Hey.
acknowledging you.
Hey, buddy. Hey. Oh, you're pretty jowly. Okay.
Blinks. Kind of holds out a hand to touch your face.
Oh, yeah. Hi.
What?
That's...
What?
Hey, buddy, are you Mateo? You Mateo? Hey.
Uh-huh.
Hey, buddy. Hey, it's okay. You're okay now. You're not in the bad place anymore.
What?
I got you out. I got you out. I got you out. It's okay. Just look at me and listen to the sound of your voice. My voice. This one. You were in a really bad place. And it got us out. But I think we used the wrong escape pods. Which is okay. We can fix it.
What?
Or it'll fix itself. But just right now, you're not gonna be a chubby middle-aged guy forever. You got a few years before that's gonna happen. So just enjoy taking a ride in the comfortable before you get back to... You work out a lot. You're gonna be fine though, okay? You help! Anybody? Is there a comm system nearby?
There is. We've established there's a comm system in the mess hall.
That's true. Hi, this is not Mateo.
It's Mateo's voice.
This is... How does Mateo sound? How does Mateo sound again? He's just like a young dude?
Young dude, you actually notice as you're realizing the body that you're in, Mateo is trans. So you actually have to kind of pitch your voice, or else it's a little higher pitch than you expect.
So it's just automatic. Hello, is this... Hello, is this...
Yeah.
Hello, this is... Huh. Alright. Oh, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that... Is this better or worse in the long run?
I don't... I don't know.
Hey, Mateo, can you,
Mateo's not... I mean, Mateo's here, right? Can I get somebody else down to, down to the infirmary, please?
I'm gonna say that Heather kind of turned off the comm system in her area because she's focused on work.
Fair.
Even actually, she probably left it on, but she's got concentration and so hyperfixated. I don't think she'll register anyway.
Fair. Yeah.
No.
I did a whoopsie doodle.
Is this coming across a general comm system?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Sophia's gonna kind of look at it and just go, all right, she's curious. Gonna go find out what the hell Nolan did.
Well, in the meanwhile, Mateo, can we maybe do some breathing exercises? Maybe some breathing is good.
Breathing is good.
I have a bit of a deviated septum though, so you're gonna just maybe give it a couple wiggles first, or else you're gonna get a high-pitched whistle sometimes. It's not... I took a rifle butt in 2013, and it was a thing. Yeah, that's better. The whistle's gone, buddy.
Okay.
All right.
What?
That's right. Now just focus on your chakras. Yeah, you got it there. Do you want the llama again? Oh boy, I'm touching it right now. No, I took it away from... Am I actually here, or am I over there? Am I both?
I think at this point, Sophia will kind of peer into the room carefully.
Yeah. Hi,
Sophia. I did an oopsie poopsie. I went to check on Mateo.
With her
and I
wits,
accidentally.
Does she put together what's happening here? Likely, based on the wording and what she's seeing.
Yeah. You see an absolutely terrified Nolan not talking, and then you hear words that normally come out of Nolan coming out of Mateo. And a fluctuating voice pitch as he tries to compensate for when he's not. happened to you?
I fell in and I fell in and I don't know if I'm stuck. And I really have to pee, so this might get awkward. And really should probably shower. None of the things that I want to do while I am going for, I guess, a joyride.
Are you stuck? Is this...
All right.
I might be stuck.
She's gonna whistle shrilly, like the two fingers in the mouth whistle. I can't do it, and I wouldn't do it anyways into a mic, but...
Yeah.
Thank you. Because you're a princess. Good job.
Appreciate it.
You're a hero.
She'll point at physically Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
Don't panic. We will fix it.
Oh, okay.
Or do, enjoy.
Nolan, shut the fuck up. And she'll look at actual Nolan in Mateo's body.
Mm-hmm.
Calm down.
I'm fine. I'm genuinely fine. This is just weird. Weird's what I do.
All right, well, talking about maybe being stuck and not knowing how to fix it is not gonna help anybody. It's just gonna make people panic.
Oh, well, I mean, like,
So,
eventually it'll be fine. Oh,
And we'll fix it.
I'm fine. I'm
Right?
fine. I'm fine.
It's just been a
How do
hectic
you do
day.
this the entire time without straining? It's just like, it's really respectable.
Practice.
But
Yeah,
at least
I
you're
bet, like, I
alive.
can
You're
feel it.
welcome. She'll look at actual Mateo in Nolan's body.
You.
Yeah.
Not.
You were pretty hurt, but you're okay now.
Okay.
So your body
Okay.
is in one piece.
Just
And
over
luckily
there.
for you right now
But-
that Nolan's in basically one piece.
Yeah. I mean, how sore am I in this body, Jen?
You're actually pretty okay.
Oh, no, you feel pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
Little
so for the
like
time being,
it's like you've been lying on a hard table for a little bit, and also maybe you had some battering and bruising, but you're pretty okay now.
So,
okay, so you'll be
whatever
Mateo
other-
and I'll
other
be
two
Noteo.
good with the mind stuff? Or is it just you?
I think it's just me. I'm sorry.
Alright, well, I suppose meditate, focus, and try again.
Alternatively, I don't know if a procedure is going to be able to undo what I kind of something weird. Mateo, how much do you remember about what you were seeing before?
I mean, the
you woke
tower?
up? Okay, cool. You remember all of it. That's great. That's great. I don't want to take you back there, so I'd rather be stuck like this for a little while. Very little while. I do like this, like we're at a bus stop waiting for the next transfer, not like we're gonna have to, you know.
Okay.
We might have some awkward moments though. Awkward's fine. Awkward's great.
Am I supposed to feel empty?
Probably not, but that might be a therapist type question. You've been through something very traumatic. I wouldn't be surprised if you had a reaction to that.
What do you mean by empty?
And there's a therapist, so I think I'll leave you two to get acquainted, and I'll see if one of the others might be able to help. And she's gonna get out of the room real fast, snag some coffee on the way, and GTFO.
I just knocked over the pen cup, so I can't click pen it to help you. But do I have another pen around here? I don't have. There's no. How are we have an entire infirmary without any pens?
Are they in the infirmary? They were in the mess hall originally. That's where Mateo was.
Hmm.
Oh,
Don't think
you're
I ever
right.
moved
My
him. So you
bad.
guys are
Oof.
still in the mess hall, which is why she's grabbing coffee on our way out.
Whoop. So we're in the mess hall.
So there's no pens in the mess hall. There you go.
How are there?
You could
How do we have an
probably-
entire mess hall with no
You could
pens?
probably grab a fork and tap it. It's tapping noise, clicking noise.
Probably. Oh.
But I think Sophia will go see if Tegan has any abilities when it comes to mind stuff.
So talk to me, Mateo. How are we doing? This coffee cup has a hole in it. I think it got cracked.
I mean, you were there, right?
Big scary tower. Big scary tower. Go on.
There wasn't
And how did that make you feel?
anything. Scared and alone. And like something was broken and I couldn't fix it.
Mateo,
Yes.
it is a very rare thing indeed that something is broken that can't be fixed, even if it feels that way. Everything is going to be okay. Do you want something to drink? There's probably some water here.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Now I could probably use some water too. I don't think you have drank in a while. And I definitely have been under drinking. I haven't been following my fitness regimen.
Water. Yes, water.
Here.
And he'll take the cup and drink deeply.
When you
Mhm.
when you say empty, do you mean emotionally? Do you mean physically? Is this when did this begin?
When I woke up. Here.
Now I can't remember off the top of my head, but are there any besides I'm betting testosterone, something like that. Is there any type of medication that you're normally on?
No.
No antidepressants, no antipsychotics, no
No.
beta blockers?
No.
Nothing? Okay. Okay.
No. Physically empty. You asked mentally, emotionally, physically.
Physically empty? Oh.
Sort of.
Like you're hungry?
No, like there was something filling me up and now it's gone.
How does his body feel? Let's reflect on this for a minute. And he's gonna like try to meditate on whether or not he feels like an alien egg in him or something.
Give me a perception and awareness roll.
Oh god. I'm pretty good at that actually, hopefully.
Difficulty
okay, so-
of 7.
Oh fuck. I brought the wrong dice with me, guys.
Oh, no.
That's a fail, but if without that 8 it would have been a botch because that's a lot of ones.
Ooh, baby.
So just okay, no alien egg. No alien egg, no alien egg.
yeah, it just, nothing feels out of whack. It feels, I mean, aside from, the parts you're not used to.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I imagine that he's probably pretty uncomfortable right now, given that if Mateo is using any type of binder or anything, that's going to be a new experience too, right? Like if anything like that, just it's like compressing and like just okay, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Mateo does not look convinced.
This was all part of my plan. This is how we got you back, right? See? It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. Nolan doesn't have any prime magic, does he?
He does not. He's got spirit, mind, and entropy. Or dimensional science, mind, and entropy, I should say.
Okay.
But he will lean over and to like look himself in the eyes.
Yeah.
And say, "Listen, Mateo, this is a really weird circumstance, but remember, everything on this trip has been weird so far. Everything's gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine."
Okay.
And I'm invoking my merit.
Cool.
Perfect liar, please.
Yep, that sounds great. Mateo starts to nod along. It's like, yeah, and starts to believe you.
Weird is what we do every day. We are the Union.
Yeah. Great. Okay. I'm trying to think of what I wanted you to roll just now. Does Nolan have any enigmas or esoterica or occult?
He has a cult, I'm pretty sure. Let me just pull esoterica. No. Occult. Yes, occult 1.
Ooh. Roll me wits and occult as you're looking into into your own eyes, which, describe Nolan's eyes for us.
I don't know if I can. I rolled 8, 9, 1, 1, 1. Wait, was it wit? Yeah, wits and occult. Yeah.
Okay.
8, 9, 1, 1, 1. So he just looks at his eyes and is like his eyes are like big, like the dark Werthers. Like we're talking like dark caramel. Like they're just big brown pools.
Cool. Yeah. You
Got a like the nice medium chocolate brown, like a Cadbury bar.
Yeah. You're looking into your own eyes and you're saying things that are a little rote to you, as you're, trying to thank you, chat. As you're trying to figure out what like what to say, and you're lying to him about it all being okay, or at least you're leaning on your perfect liar, whether or not you think everything's going to be okay or not.
It's not, but I'm very curious to see what's going to happen.
Cool. And since Christine is back, let's see what Sophia's up to, going to talk to Tegan.
I think so. What happens is that Sophia's going to go find Tegan, and I feel like she has with her shyness, she has an element of, and just how like monster hunter she is. She has an element of something that I do, which terrifies the crap out of my boss. Is that I walk up and I wait to be noticed, and all of a sudden they do, and I've done it completely soundlessly. And I've actually had to develop a system for my boss of knocking now because I will just suddenly appear out of nowhere to him. So I feel like Sophia does something like that where she just walks so quietly up beside Tegan, probably out of like hitting range, but then kind of leans over and go, Tegan.
Jesus. How long have you been there? Fuck. Whew. You fucking like a ninja or something?
Well, I mean, I hunt werewolves, so not a ninja, but
Fair. I guess you have to be kind of stealthy with werewolves. Yeah. Whew, sorry. Let me restart my heart a second.
do you have any mental abilities, like enlightenment? Or is Nolan the only one who does the mind stuff?
No, I'm pretty smart. Like, I'm pretty analytical, but no,
Can
I
you
don't
manipulate someone's mind?
No. I'm all
Alright.
about like
Do you know if
computers
Heather
and
can?
forces. Heather seems, what I've gathered is Heather seems to be a bit of like a little bit of everything. Heather might be able to do something,
All right.
but yeah, no, I'm sorry. I am. If you gotta like do anything with like, you
Because
know,
Nolan's had an accident.
what did Nolan do?
Well, Nolan's mind is now in Mateo's body, and Mateo's mind is in Nolan's body. I've never actually
They
seen this
freaking
happen
Friday'd?
before. Is that? Sorry, what's that?
You know the movie where they both like say, "I wish I had your life," and they grabbed hands and swapped bodies and minds. Nolan did that.
I think I probably missed that one. I must have been on a mission or something. No idea. But
Okay.
they're in the opposite.
It's
Their
an
mind swapped.
We're lost in the nose. No, I hope. Heather's fixing the fucking ship. That is a main ship. And now Nola's fucking swap bodies with Mateo. Next we need a fucking werewolf on the ship.
We never need a werewolf on the ship. Let's leave it at that. I mean, I have silver, but we do not need that. That is not a good time.
Sorry, I gotta see this.
Are
I'm
you
sorry.
alright?
But yeah, no, I gotta go see this. I don't believe it.
Tegan.
Yeah.
Don't laugh too loud. Mateo seems pretty freaked out.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
And
I'm
I
sorry.
think you
just
might traumatize him.
No.
I think he's already worried it's going to be permanent. Because Nolan's not been very
helpful.
strongly confident sounding about fixing it.
Oh, sorry. You know, it's like when
But
you
know how he sounds
you're-
sometimes, right? Like
Yeah.
he's very smart, but he kind of doesn't always
Bullshits
sound like
at
he's got the
sometimes.
most confidence in his own words.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay. So, all right.
So, chill.
Sorry, this is so.
Maybe you should wait here for a little while. I'll go see if I can distract
Heather.
Heather.
Go find Heather. I'm gonna take 5 just to like. Of course, what else could fucking go wrong on this ship? She knocks on like.
Do not even say that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I will be respectful because I'm sure Mateo's freaking out, but it's kind of just like, of course, Nolan fucking swap bodies with someone. Like, what else? Like, why would we expect anything else
to begin
from Lost in
with,
Space?
Mateo had some freaky shit going on, it sounds like. Like, there was a reason he was screaming until we knocked him out. And it wasn't in like physical pain, because he fixed most of that.
Yeah.
Let me see if Heather's in a moment I can interrupt her.
Yeah, no worries. You go find Heather. Because I think I think Heather's the best option besides the mind person. You know?
Well, I mean, worst comes to worst, I suppose we can support Nolan somehow.
Yeah, we can try and help.
I can
yeah.
certainly develop some compounds for him to help.
Yeah, and I don't know if like anything with like forces or like something with like anything with matter, but I think that's definitely out of my
But I think
out of my
Nolan's probably therapisting
yeah
Mateo right now.
yeah. All right, I'll
And Sophia's just gonna leave.
Yeah,
Just as silently as she arrived, and just all of a sudden is gone.
yeah. All right, well, how do you do? Good talk. Cool. Tegan's gonna like laugh just for a few more minutes and then go find Nolan and Mateo because she has to say this for her own eyes because this is too fucking wild.
Yeah, so you walk into the mess hall and you see Mateo staring deeply into Nolan's eyes, and muttering things like, "It's gonna be okay."
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Hi, Tegan.
Hi, Nolan, I hear?
It's gonna be okay, though. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah, no.
What I need you to do... I'm not talking to you.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not talking to you. I'm having a conversation with my patient here.
Oh, yeah. It's good to see that he's awake. I was just coming to see if you guys needed anything.
Ooh. Yeah. So Sophia walked off right in the middle. Are you very versed in life sciences?
No, that's Sophia.
No. Okay. Well, I know she doesn't really seem like she has any time for this right now. But forces, you know forces, right?
Oh yeah. Me and Forces are like
Can
tight.
you do me a quick favor and just tell me my temperature? Can you take can you do like a thermal scan perhaps just to see if I have any hot zones?
Sure. Yeah, Tegan will activate like basically like she's gonna like kind of press a button on her arm and then like she's gonna do like activate like her eye to like just do like a kind of scan and then like do like a forces sight to try and analyze both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Difficulty 3. You're still only rolling 3 days at this point.
Yep. No worries. Oh,
Guys.
Kelly, get your juju away from me. I rolled 2 1s and a 9. So Tegan botched.
All right, bye everybody.
Oops, fails because you got a success. At least.
Yes. All right. Yes, it's a success, but it just fails.
Yeah.
Not quite as much, but okay.
Yeah, you push a couple buttons and your eye does this thing where it just kind of like twitches in place.
Yeah.
And won't scan. Maybe something in what Sophia did mucked it up, but it was working fine a few minutes ago.
Sorry, Nolan. Actually, I can't. Sensor's not working here. Can't.
You know, it's been one of those days.
It has.
It's been one of those days.
But yeah, I don't know if you guys want a distraction. I could probably try and like hook up some memes or something to
because we're not distracted enough. This isn't distracting at all.
No, distracting from the okay. Do you know how have you done this before, Nolan?
Not since college.
You've swapped bodies with someone before?
I mean, okay, fine, not in college, but not not on purpose. I mean, not in a while on purpose. I could probably get us back, but oh boy, oh boysy.
Yeah, this is a
Huh.
lot. This is a lot.
Yeah, how are you doing, Mateo?
Not good.
Can I get you anything? You're awake though. That's a change. I feel like that's for the better. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. You want to come like? You were in a good place.
Not well asleep. It was weird. It was empty. Very empty.
Huh.
He's just like clutching a mug that is now empty.
Yeah.
But just holding it really tightly.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the helm. I've been playing with the systems and trying to figure out what we can and can't do here. If you guys need me, I'm on comms. I think Sophia's gonna try and find Heather to see if they can help, but you know, if you're bored or something and want a distraction, I can we can just come see me in the helm. Mateo, good to see you up and Adam. It's a good change.
That one.
What?
Did this Mateo or that Mateo?
I mean, it's good to see the unconscious Mateo up. I mean, whether that's, I don't know which version is that, but
Yeah.
you know, it's good. We're taking steps, I guess.
Hey Mateo.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna play a game, okay? We're gonna try this. Take my glasses off.
Oh,
take those off. Don't want to crack those. Okay, so you should be a little fuzzier now. Don't mention that. So, do me a favor, okay? On the count of 3, you're gonna give me a bit of a smack, okay? Okay, ready?
Okay.
1.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
On 3. I'm gonna try to basically like jumpstart his mind back into mine.
Okay.
I'm gonna create like a mental bridge using mind magic. You better not screw me this time,
Would you
guys.
like to spend willpower?
No, I've only got like 2 points left.
Fair.
That is it. Difficulty 6.
Yes.
I got 3 6s.
Fucking finally.
Number of the beast.
Just
Yeah. Basically, you both smack and blink from the hit, and when you blink and reopen your eyes, you're back where you're supposed to be.
oh, thanks. Oh, good. I need these. Oh,
Oh, good. Yes. Good. Me.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. We're back. We're back.
It worked.
I don't.
I still feel wrong.
Yeah, you probably should. You should definitely go pee.
Oh
I've
yeah.
been holding that for a better part of an hour now. And
Yeah, I really should do that.
yeah, I didn't want to invade your personal space that much, so
Appreciate it. As Mateo's like running to the nearest toilet.
that boy needs a shower too. I'm not even kidding. Like seriously. Thanks, Tegan. I appreciate you being here in case we turned into a hell beast. I had a feeling you would zap us.
Zap you, punch you. You know, I would what's the word I'm looking for?
You have your ways. You have your ways.
Yeah. I'm known for.
There's a way about her. But
Yeah.
Billy Joel always makes things better.
You're not wrong.
And we'll leave you two there, and Tegan can go back and finish her work with the thing. We'll just finish up with where Sophia was headed immediately after that. Because I think you're heading to Heather.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go down and Heather's just working away.
Maybe on the way I will swing through the infirmary and take my syringes that I prepped for Heather and kind of just arrive silently and slowly try and get into her like view range. See if she notices. When she's not actively like doing something that looks delicate right at that moment.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What?
Poke.
What?
I'm gonna poke her
Alright.
with a syringe and heal her at least right now. And Nolan's had an oopsie.
What did you just stab me with?
Something to make you feel better.
Is it drugs?
I mean, everything in the long run is drugs. Or
Are
chemicals.
they drugs from Nolan?
No.
Probably
my drugs.
not going to interfere with my work then.
No. I made them. There's a very well stocked infirmary here.
Huh.
Nolan's managed to swap bodies with Mateo. Do you have anything that mentally helps with that sort of stuff?
I can hit them both with a hammer, and they won't care.
Well, I mean, I can do that.
No, that's really expensive. I'm sorry. I don't deal with soft
Alright.
sciences.
Fair. Take the syringe out. Leave.
Ow.
How many bashing am I at now?
Um,
I had 3.
Yeah. So then, how many are you healing on? You're healing 2 or 3 on her?
I think 2 on
No,
Yeah,
two
right.
Egg.
I think
2 on
that's what,
Tegan
that's
and
what I
2
said.
on Heather to get them down into the no minuses.
And then because you
Yay.
did so well, you just completely healed Tegan, and I was giving you 2 on Heather, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
So yeah,
Perfect.
so you've healed 2 egg, and Sophia takes 2 more bashing.
How long does it take me to heal bashing?
What level are you at?
I'm at injured. The 3 boxes of bashing right now, which if
Okay,
I
so you
add the
would've
2 more will bring me up to mauled.
Yeah, we're gonna say you healed 1 in just the time that it's been since you did
Okay.
Tegan stuff, because that would be about an hour, which means you will be down to wounded, which means it will be 1 hour per.
Okay.
So by the time
go and disappear again into my
I don't-
infirmary.
I don't think Heather even notices. Like, it's like as soon as it's like, ow, and then just back to fixating and doesn't even notice that Sophie's gone.
Or that you're healed.
yeah.
All right, well,
So
it's done
yeah,
at
by
least.
the time the you guys are using the wonder, Sophia will have healed like 2 more of that bashing, and won't have much after that to
Sounds
heal,
good.
which is good. Yay, an almost healed crew. That's exciting. Time for me to hurt you again.
Yay.
Anyway. The last couple of hours kind of just pass as they've been passing. Mateo kind of hides for a while. Seems a little embarrassed, anxious, something. So he just kind of disappears.
I feel
And
hollow.
the rest of you go about your work. Heather, you managed to repair the wonder enough to make it work. You all come out of the null zone. You're in space with a bunch of stars, and everybody decides it's time to sleep. And Nolan said he'd stand guard at the helm. Is he still planning on that after all of this?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, he absolutely will.
Excellent. So then, Tegan, you will get that very brief radio recording before you fall asleep, and you will fall asleep and have your seeking. So that is official now. And Heather curls up with Kibo and watches some anime before going to sleep. And Sophia, you also decide that it's time to sleep. Excellent. Let's actually take our break there. That took a bit more time than I was anticipating, but that's fine because it was amazing. But
That was wonderful.
It's fine.
it was so good.
Amy
So
kept
good.
giving little comments in relation to like Guild Wars to me, and it's just like,
I'm
oh my
sorry.
god, I can see it, and I'm trying not to laugh so hard about it, just hearing it.
Yep,
I'm
me too. I was
sorry.
like, okay.
I'll try to keep it to a minimum. I'm sorry.
But yeah, we'll take a quick bio break and be back shortly. Welcome back. How's everyone
Wait.
doing?
Yes, I'm in my body again.
Nice.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, this is me relearning the lesson of why you don't necessarily skip scenes and then go back to them later. Because I'm like, crap, how do we get them back into their bodies before that scene with the wonder and the secrets of storytelling? Yay.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, everyone doing well?
Yeah, it's been fun.
I found food. Yeah, it's been fun. I've been losing it. Trying, like, my face hurts from like smiling and trying not to laugh too much.
I'm glad that at least it was entertaining for you as Heather's kind of like distracted doing stuff and you don't really get a scene there. So,
Oh, it's perfect. It's fine.
yeah. So good.
It's been fun. It's been real fun.
Nice.
It's been bopping.
It's been bopping. Yeah, do we have any announcements or anything that need to be said? I'm looking forward to Raiding the Citadel starting soon since this is the
Oh my
Patreon stream.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
God, panic.
That starts in 3 weeks.
Panic.
Which means that so Panic of the Citadel starting in 3 weeks, which means that Arcos Session 0 is in 3 weeks.
Nice.
Because that's the same day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which means I gotta stay on my
We're
way.
gonna do a little bit of a building stream for that
Nice.
beforehand.
So we're planning.
we're gonna
That one's it goes Arcos first, then Panic, right?
yeah, Arcos is gonna be like noon to 3, noon to 4, probably noon to 3 because of the session 0. It's only gonna take a couple of hours, then a few hours off for you to prep for Radiant Citadel, and then you'll be able to hop right in.
So
It'll
good.
be easy. You're fine.
Yeah.
So, Robin and I spent a bunch of time today, like, listening to music to try to find the right theme song for the game, and
so
we
much
got some good
fun.
contenders.
Yeah, there's some great
I
ones.
actually forgot that I backed an entire Humble Bundle of licensed music
Yeah.
back in 2022,
Oh,
because I just backed one in April, which had like 1,000 songs on it, or 1,000. Like, it's a lot. Usually they're like 5 or 6 albums, and then like a bunch of like sound effects, usually gunshots and things like that. So I've got more gunshots than you need, really. But
Many gunshots.
so no, it turns out I have a lot more music. Although if anybody knows of any Humble Bundle or licensed collection packs that have Grecian music, or Slavic, because it's actually surprisingly similar, let me know, because my god, it's so hard to find Greek sounding music. I wouldn't have thought that Liars would be that hard to find common open source or Creative Commons music for, but damn is it.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really excited to like start doing that. I also need to on like some of my like evenings and stuff, I actually need to properly play around with Roll20 so I'm not incompetent at it when we go for extreme, because I'm fairly incompetent at Roll20 right now.
I offloaded
It's
that
not
onto
hard.
Kelly.
I can run through it.
Yeah, nice.
That's true. I mean, punch the mic. It's much better for Mage is much easier because you don't need maps.
Yeah,
It's really true. Yeah.
I wear many hats. I do, and many wigs. This one's kind of itchy tonight. but I get to do this, so it's great.
I
Hello, bonjour.
I may have mentioned to a friend of mine that in my grad school class, there's a woman who it's her first class in the program, and she just had a baby like 3 or 4 weeks ago now, and I'm like, and I've seen it a lot with new mothers doing this program or a program um, right after having a baby because I guess they want to utilize mat leave and all of this stuff. But it honestly seems like a lot. And his expression when he looked at me and just said, "Look in the mirror, bitch." Like, you're wearing so many hats. I'm like, you have a point there.
At least you don't have a kid on top of everything you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
At least I don't have that.
Okay, can I rant about something?
Sure.
Can I rant? I'm gonna rant about the hardware store, Robin.
Okay.
We were in a hardware store. So we were in a hardware store because I'm helping Robin set up her place. And we were looking for extension cords. And as I'm leaving as we're looking around, we're about to buy something. And then we decided not to because of this exact thing. Because as we're doing, there's like this 75-year-old woman at the counter. And the guy behind the counter is in his 60s at least. And he's like, well, when I was younger, you could buy a nice set of boots for $150. But now it's $200 for a set of boots. $250 for the same boots. And it's like, yeah, that's inflation, dude. That's life. Think of how we feel, right? But without missing a beat, the woman goes, I know, and no one wants to work anymore. And I just put my things down and left the store.
Yeah.
Because he's like, yep, nobody wants to work. I'm like, fine. Nobody wants to shop under you anymore. Like, I'm out, man.
Yep.
I'm out. I literally put myself through grad school with 5 jobs. Okay? When I was in my undergrad, I had 8 part-time jobs. Okay? People work, but like they can't afford anything. I was so mad. That's my take. I'm very angry, but I'm very thankful because you support me on Patreon. Also, she was like a 75-year-old woman. I'm pretty sure she probably didn't actually have a job. She was probably a housewife.
Depends.
Which is work.
Yeah.
It does depend. She had that vibe though of being like kind of like a jerky mom.
Because like my grandma was a teacher, but when she went in for the interview, she was engaged, but she had to hide her, like she had to leave her ring at home because they wouldn't hire her if she had her engagement ring on.
What?
Oh yeah.
Because that's what it was, because she was going to settle down. If she was unmarried and didn't have any indication she was going to be married, they could keep her for a while. But if she was getting married, she was going to have kids and leave the workforce too quickly.
Yep.
Or
It didn't matter.
Something,
Yeah. My mom had to hide the fact that she was pregnant with me when she was going for a job interview.
Yeah.
Because she knew the guy would have not hired her because of it. Because he had a reputation in the government area that she was in.
That's
the
why
whole nobody wants to work thing.
Yeah, that's why the government now is like, all of these things, and you can't discriminate against people who are pregnant, among other things.
That's discriminating against at least 2 people,
right?
It should count for double.
There's a subreddit for the provincial government and for employees who work there, and there's a lot of questions that come up about things like whether or not they should disclose pregnancies in advance and stuff. It's like, I mean, if you're doing a Zoom interview or whatever, or Teams interview,
exactly.
You don't really have to, and they can't discriminate against you for it, but when there are point systems involved, sometimes the points do weird things.
Man, I just checked my email real quick for something because I got a YouTube comment notification, and I was like, I always brace for those these days. I'm like, oh, what's going to be the one I check during a game that's going to make me salty? Instead, it's somebody gushing about how hot I look as Kyle.
Nice.
Nice.
It literally says, Kelly, Dorktails, your face is a thirst trap enough as it is. No more cabaret.
Just respond with join our Patreon and get Thirst Trap the game, which is Radiant Citadel.
Yep.
Oh my god. Yeah, I
Yep.
should do that. Someone go to it's the most recent comment on Strixhaven 1. Someone go and leave that comment for me, please.
I will
it is thirst trap.
as the DM for that game. I will.
Here, hold on.
I'll do that. So
I'll give you a little test run of what's coming with Radiance.
Whoa, watch those terms of service, buddy.
Damn.
I need to start doing push-ups again because that used to dance a lot more. What's that? Thirst trap at the Citadel.
Yep.
Let me just
100%.
retie my tie, and then we can go back in the game. Oh, by the way, Robin, thank you for loaning me the wig for Radiant Citadel. The keen-eyed viewers may recognize Sassy's wig from Witchlight that I'll be wearing. It's coming back chewed on, though, because I am unable to wear a wig without it going into my mouth gravitationally. So,
I was like, did you already feed it to Charlie or something? But no, that makes sense.
Did it need to
No.
be chewed on for the character? I mean, maybe, right?
Don't let Charlie chew
still
on
have to.
synthetic wigs.
Mm-mm.
Not good for doggos.
Not good for
No.
humans either,
No,
really,
no.
but
Also not good for vacuums.
Humans can be
We
more
might as
relied
well
upon
stock up
to
your
know
vacuum.
not to swallow it versus a dog.
then it just then he just has like
my my vacuum
digestive
hates
stuff.
my
We'll leave it at that.
actual hair. Never mind synthetic hair.
Same.
Oh, really? Interesting. So yeah, any other things that we're talking about or doing? Exciting things coming up. I mean, that's about it. Oh, there's Extra Life. Oh, actually, folks, if you are living in the Pacific Northwest and want to come to Vancouver Island, we are doing a couple of events at SukinoCon Tsukino Matsuri, the second weekend of August. So you can come join us. We are doing a couple of panels that I've ran there in the past. Fanfiction Hell, Memeocalypse, which is a meme-based game show, kind of like Taboo. But we're also doing a live D&D show. And it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be myself, Amy, Christine, Robin, and Krista, and maybe a little bit of Bryn in that game. You can come see us in person if you'd like. Although tickets are selling out fast. It's a small 300-person venue that's inside of a fancy tea house.
Yeah, we have to talk about
So-
costuming because if we're actually costuming, then I need to
Yeah, it's
find
gonna be-
pants to go with costumes.
Yeah.
Don't own any.
Rude. That's
Fair.
correct.
Correct. Yeah. But yeah, that's
Mhm.
awesome.
All right, I left
Uh,
a comment. I said, as the DM for the upcoming Radiant Citadel game, I'd highly suggest checking out our Patreon. That is literally Thirst Trap the game. I'm so flustered by how hot the characters are, featuring Kelly as Hot Daddy Witcher, Wolverine combo. So, hopefully they join that.
Daddy Witcher Wolverine.
Delightful.
I'm the Witcherine.
The Witcherine. So,
So good.
I left that comment
Witcherine.
for you.
Oh man. Thank you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
So what else? Is there anything else happening? Other fun games? You guys are on the Patreon, so it's going to be announced by then. So I won't tell you exactly who, but I've officially cast the next D&D module that's coming out, the Fandelver one. It has been cast and consists of some people who have never been in one of our big module games before, which is pretty cool. And we have a new player that will be joining for that. That is a very close friend of mine who has never had a chance to join in on the gameplay. So
So
it's going to be a lot of fun,
excited for
and it's going to be great to see. I also have another game that I have sort of plotting that's going to begin in December/January, depending on scheduling. Probably January because of Christmas and stuff. And I know that some of the people in that have birthdays in December, which take a lot of time. But that's going to be good. And yeah, a lot of big projects coming. We're kind of in the middle of project season right now, which is good. August is going to be a punch in the face, and so is the end of May.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything they want to say?
I
No,
don't
just I'm
think so.
really excited about Fandelver's cast.
Yeah, it's a good cast.
Because yeah, the production team knows who it is.
The protection team, most
Very
of whom
excited
are
about that
here.
person joining.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, literally, it's the production team for Dork Tales is y'all and Krista. Like, that's basically it. And tangentially, Mike sometimes.
Yeah.
It's Mike, but Mike doesn't want to be on the team chat meetings. Basically.
I mean,
So-
fair.
I've been browsing contacts for upcoming characters, and I know like we've talked about if Shard's ever cast, and I said one of the things was, oh, but I don't have contacts for Fadia. I found contacts for Fadia.
And you
They're
were
real
saying
cool.
Nice.
like the costuming itself. So I sent Robin a TikTok
I
of like,
know,
well,
from
if you
Miss
ever need
Twisted.
ideas.
Miss Twisted giving me costume ideas again.
I'm trying to think if the only other thing is that Strixhaven is likely going to be moving to Tuesday nights for the Patreon broadcasts in a few months. So it's going to be off weeks with Shards of Nirn. That's the only other big thing, because Monday nights are going to be used for Fandelver when that comes around. Oh, wait, that's why the Dragonlance thing doesn't 100% matter.
Oh.
Because it's on a different night. Duh! I was panicking because in our private chat earlier, I was like, oh yeah, so does anybody have time for another thing? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, it'll happen after Dragonlance. And then I was like, wait, the next module comes out in like August or September because they haven't dropped the release date yet, which is only 16 weeks away. Do I only have 16 episodes of Dragonlance left? Can I get this done in 16 weeks?
Panic.
Panic at the Citadel. No,
Like,
not that one.
I was like, if I
Panic.
skip the how-to games, I can probably do that, and then I carry the one, and like Zach Galifianakis with the math is just. But no, it's on a different night. It doesn't matter.
There you go.
I mean, it matters a little bit for the people who are in both, but like, because there might be a person or two who are in both. Actually, I think there's only one person who's in both. So never mind. It's all good.
There you go.
All right. We're all good. We're all good. And I'm ready to go.
Okay. Let us get back into game then. And see where we're going from here. Okay. Nolan, you're at the helm, right? Or somewhere where you can monitor things, correct?
Yep. He's got his feet up on the table, or up the bridge, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like looking out over the vast expanse.
And it is a vast expanse. You do see stars now, whereas before it was just pitch black. So that's nice. It's evidence that something, at least, has changed. What's Nolan thinking about while he's here?
Well, at least it's space now. Better than the void, right? God, when Sophia gets up, I'm gonna have her scan Mateo. I really hope he doesn't have like an alien larva inside of him. But maybe... I don't want to... Is it sexist or phobic to wonder if maybe he was thinking about some type of internal organ hollowness? Because I haven't seen his medical records. Maybe he has more stuff going on than I do. Maybe he has his appendix still. Could be that. Can you feel your appendix? I've never felt mine, but then again, I had it out when I was 12. Huh.
Is
Tap,
Nolan...
tap, tap.
Yeah, is Nolan doing anything with the computer systems or anything like that while you're here? Did Tegan give him any like knowledge or instructions before she kind of was like, nope, bad, see ya?
No, she probably left a she's probably is like part of like what she was taking a couple hours to do was set up like basically, okay, here's what I have set up from like the monitors of the systems. If anything goes red, wake me up kind of thing, or calms me. So then she yeah, so basically it's just It's just monitoring. Nothing should go wrong, but like just keep an eye. Don't touch anything that looks like it shouldn't be touched.
Gotcha. Touch everything all at once.
Yeah. Honestly, I've put in some safety mechanics myself. But yeah, it should be fine.
Do you want to put parental locks on?
Yes, Tegan would love to put parental locks on.
Cool. Just give me like a wits and computers or computer engineering check, just to be like, how strong is this?
Perfect. What is my difficulty?
Let's say difficulty 6.
Okay. Six successes.
Nice. Yeah. So you lock down some of the more, let's say, temperamental areas,
Yep.
the more delicate systems, you know, the weapons.
What's this?
You just get like a little, nope, it won't open.
What? Okay. Well, that's not right. I probably should have access to that.
How many dots of computers does Nolan have? Or science?
1, but I also have entropy.
You do.
I'm gonna use beginner's luck to see if I can guess her password.
Okay, sure.
All right, entropy 2, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah, so we'll
I'm gonna
Six
take time on
successes
this.
worth of freaking password lock on there.
Oh, okay, well,
Wait, I have
guess
more
what?
computers than you?
I just got 3 successes on entropy 1. And I said I was taking time, so here we go.
Okay.
Is this a rote? Let me double check this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have my rotes written down. Here. They are written down.
Note,
Here we go.
Tegan will use data to lock this out next time.
Entropy 2. I do not have. I have checklist. I don't have. This is one, so I only got 4 successes.
Yeah.
On this, unless 3s are successes. If 3s are successes, then I got 6 successes.
They are not successes.
Okay.
So yeah, you work at it for a little bit, but it definitely seems to be extra locked.
Don't try. You don't have to be condescending about it.
You just see like a chibi of Tegan. She already programmed like a pixel picture of Tegan is the thing doing that.
Okay. Well, I guess set scans to 360 degrees. Well, 360 degrees. Let's do big old scan-a-rooney, and then just sit back and relax and let trouble find us, I guess.
Cool.
Do we have any propulsion? We don't, do we?
Nope. Okay. Roll me some. Let's do perception and alertness.
Perception and alertness are 2 of my favorite things. How did you know?
Yay.
Okay. What's my difficulty?
6.
And does being astute matter?
Yes.
That's 3 successes.
Okay, cool.
At difficulty 8.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. So yeah, you are doing this scan, and you're kind of just paying attention. The perception part of it is you paying attention to what the scan is kind of putting in, right? And I don't know if Tegan would have mentioned it, but the system did seem to be glitching kind of in the null zone, and it still seems to kind of be glitching as it moves through. It's not picking up anything, but there's some static, there's some like jumping of like cameras and stuff. Well, cameras, but that viewpoint out there, some jumping of that.
There's like 5 Nights at Freddy's right here. What is going on here? I'm gonna check my power just to be sure that I have enough to make sure the airlock stays shut, because I've played 5 Nights at Freddy's. I know how this works. Check my cameras, check my 6. All right, we're good.
Yeah, I mean, everything seems pretty
He found a
quiet.
pen.
It's cameras aren't picking up anything, motion detectors aren't picking up anything, and it's basically just space out there.
Space.
Do you look out into the starry void rather than the void?
Yeah, he's gonna go and just kind of go open the window as much as the shutters or whatever it is, and kind of just look out at it.
Cool. Give me a willpower check.
Oh no, yeah, current or total?
Current. Difficulty of 6.
Oh no, that's not very much willpower. Do 10s explode on willpower?
Yeah,
Because
sure.
you can't have a specialty.
Let's say
three successes on 2 dice.
cool. Yeah. Yeah, you look out and you're not, I'm gonna say with that many successes, you're not put off by this. You're kind of, you attribute it a little to maybe the weirdness of everything that's happened so far, or just, space and alternate dimensions messing with your mind, or just being tired. But this kind of gold glow washes across the starry backdrop of space, and you hear a familiar voice in your head. Isn't it lovely, Nolan?
Yeah, it's really lovely.
What are you doing all the way out here? Thought you'd never leave Earth.
Kind of by accident, actually. Be honest, kind of looking for you.
Well, maybe you found me. And this, like, the gold light starts to coalesce into the form of a woman. And could you describe Michaela for everyone?
I thought this was me imagining things. Oh shit. He's gonna drop his glasses on the floor.
Yep.
Michaela is a woman of mostly Korean descent, who is in her late 30s, but looks probably closer to like 28, 29. She has like she has very, very bright, kind of like tawny colored eyes, and a rich black hair that's usually like pulled up like with some type of like stick stuck in the back, pencils, chopsticks, anything that really just to kind of like hold her hair up in kind of a messy bun. Very, very fit, but kind of like the natural fit. Like she definitely does like yoga and goes and works out and all that, but she's naturally pretty trim. Dressed usually in something utility, a jumpsuit if it's field work, or the rare times that she has to wear a suit of any kind, it's with pants, not a skirt. She is very lovely and has a little beauty mark on her right side just beneath her nostril.
I mean, a lot of things are just in your head, imagining them.
You?
I exist here, I guess. And she's gonna reach out a hand and just kind of put it up against the window, because she's kind of on.
Yeah, he's already doing it.
It's good to see you, even in these unusual circumstances.
Who are you really? I mean, I like what you're wearing, but it's kind of dirty pool.
Why is that? Is it wrong to show you what you really want?
You know, Mick's favorite fish was the anglerfish. I know a little bit about it. You are the prettiest light that I have seen in a long time. But I'm really curious what the rest of you looks like. As hard as it is to look away.
She kind of inclines her head and turns back kind of into that gold ephemeral light that starts to fan out across the spacious landscape again, and starts to show you visions, images. You're not sure which ones are real events that took place, or that are maybe events that are going to take place. You see the birth of the Milky Way, the universe as you know it, as this explosion happening in just a void of darkness. And you see war and heartbreak as you watch your own history with Michaela pass in front of your eyes in this visual pool. And then the voice in your head, because now it's just in your head, says, perhaps one day I'll show you everything. And then the gold just fades.
Hey! He's gonna start banging on the side of the glass. Don't you look away from me. Come on, we're just having fun. We're having fun. Let's talk. Let's talk. You know stuff, right? You know, like...
There's silence. There's nothing there.
Until next time. Would have been nice to know your name. I'm not gonna call you Nick.
What does Nolan do with the rest of his time here? At the helm.
Scans must have picked up something about that. There has to be a way to know a little bit more about whatever, whoever, if ever, that was. Okay, scans. Tegan, if you lock me out of your scans, I'm going to be very cross with you. All right.
Has Tegan allowed
All right.
many different types of scans?
I mean, yeah, I think scanning isn't something that could be like kill us. So I think, yeah, probably putting scans on. She has it like hyperlinked to her like data pad arm eye of what gets done. So she basically it sends an automatic log of what's getting done and when, so she can keep track of what the fuck things happen. So she can try and redo it.
Cool. Yep.
Well, no, I'm gonna have to break this, unfortunately. Do the scanners have enough power?
I mean, they have normal power. Would you like them to have more power?
Yep. Right, we're gonna have to break through the password protection then, because I'm gonna need to reroute all power from auxiliary systems, weapon systems, and other naughty systems into these scans, because I gotta know. I gotta know. Unfortunately, I have a flaw, one might say. I have to know. I'm gonna spend a willpower on this.
Cool.
And
Is
I'm
there
gonna take a
any
look
sort
at
of
it.
way that Tegan has it set up that if someone's trying to fuck around, that she gets like a alarm in her head, or no?
So Tegan's in the middle of her seeking right now.
Okay, yeah, you're right. That's true. That's true.
Probably wouldn't even wake up if she got an alarm. Heather might have something, but I don't think Heather thought to, because she didn't think anyone would do this. So let's fuck up the gravity, artificial gravity, and the air filtration, because Heather didn't think she needed to indicate they were separate. I think she just plugs them all like together, kind of.
Yeah.
Sophia's having a nap.
Yep.
So-
Absolutely. Everyone's having a nice little
real
nap.
shit that everything considered like required for all of us to survive might fall under auxiliary systems.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say that Tegan, when you wake up from your seeking, and I will tell you when that happens, it's to these alarms. Yeah.
I have an alarm ready when you need it.
She's
Jen, by
gonna
the
be
way.
so pissed at Nolan. This is going.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
He's just gonna use Entropy 3 to break the code.
Yep.
Willpower. Ooh, balls. That was. Okay. So if a 10 explodes into a 1, do we just ignore the 1? That's the rule that I use. Is that the rule we use?
Yeah, that's the rule we use.
Okay, then I have 2 successes at 7.
Okay, cool.
With Entropy 3, so.
Yeah. And that's basically just to break
It's
it.
just disabled machine.
Yeah.
It's basically just to define the security protocol, whatever that is, and just have it fritz out for a minute.
Okay. Yeah. Just give me a wits and computer check.
Does a quick question, because that's a lot of 10s. Does improvisational? Yeah, probably.
It does indeed. Yep.
At difficulty 6, that's 4 successes.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, you manage to
He's gonna like open a panel, just rip circuits. And...
Basically, what you did is like hard rebooted the system, and reset some things by pulling on wires and plugging them back in.
There we go. Right, let's do it.
Tegan just
All right.
like, something is wrong.
And
Yeah. Do.
still got it. Right. Scans to max.
Cool. Is high or low good for you?
Tonight, low.
Okay. You divert the power, and start scanning, and your scans go out way farther than you even necessarily planned for them to, except you wanted them to go just as far as they could, right?
What are you? Come on.
You get a large some sort of reading. You're actually not sure what the large reading is. You have entropy, mind, and spirit, right?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, so you pick up a huge surge of energy a significant distance away. But you're not sure exactly what it is. You also pick up a kind of smaller, like repetitive surges of energy coming off of your ship.
Are they the same type of energy?
No, they are different.
Do we have any thrust at all, or are we just floating still?
You're just floating still. There does seem to be a I wouldn't say a major problem with the engines, but they don't seem to be online right now. Before you even did the diverting of energy. Now they just don't have energy as well.
Hail. I'll just hail them. Hailing frequency's on.
Okay, you sending out a hail?
I'm sending out a hail, yeah.
Okay.
This is Nolan Westchurch of the
Westcroft. Do you remember his
Westcroft,
name?
yeah, not Westchurch. Sorry, I had my headband too much.
Yeah.
This is Nolan Westcroft of the Nautilus. We were just visited by your vessel, but we got cut off in the middle of our conversation. Call back over.
You get, after several minutes, where you're just kind of anxiously waiting and maybe sending out that message again, and you get back static. But you do get something back.
Okay.
Okay, I should not roll dice when it's on an incline.
Faster, harder.
Okay. So, you get some static back. Do you try to reach out again?
Hello? I can hear you. Can you hear me? Come on, let's be friends. You seemed pretty friendly a little while ago. Over.
You get back a repeated string of static. Some short, some long.
Is this Morse code? I'm gonna see if I can puzzle it out with enigmas, maybe. How's that?
Do that, yeah.
Interwits and enigmas.
Let's say int.
You had to, didn't you? All right.
Yeah.
Oh, balls. 3 successes at difficulty 7, 2 at 8, 1 at 10.
Nice.
Ooh, it's like Sudoku.
Yeah, you start puzzling out. It's been a while since you had to know Morse code, really, but it is Morse code. And you get a series of numbers, like 5-digit number, followed by
8, 6, 7,
like the
3, 9.
like Alder Street
Alder?
or something. You're not really sure, but you think you've got street right. And then
You have the 5.
And then you realize that it's an address. And you think you recognize it as somewhere you used to live.
Wonder Street.
And I need you to make both a perception and alertness check. Difficulty of 7 because you're kind of invested in this.
Oh, that's a flat fail. That's 7.
Perfect. And I
So
also
many
need you to
ones.
make me a stamina check. Difficulty of 6.
Okay. Let me just double check my stamina. Hey, there it is. Oh, that's a botch. That's a 3 and a 1, so if I can botch it, I did.
Cool, you did. So good. You
Street,
suddenly
Alder Street.
realize that you can't breathe, and that an alarm has been going off, even though you failed the perception check. Now that you can't breathe, an alarm is going off, and it has been for a while. And you pass out because your body can't keep it up. And Tegan's gonna wake up in that cold sweat after you're seeking to the alarms just blaring as it's waking everybody else up as well.
I would like to use my core, or not my correspondence, it's data, but I would like to beam me up, Scotty, to the helm to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Fair enough. Yeah, you have a personal connection to this computer now. So, and you have data 3, so
Yep.
you can do that. Roll your enlightenment at 4
Sweet.
now because you have it.
Yas.
Everyone else is feeling like it's a little hard to breathe. Basically, I rolled, when I asked if high or low was good, I rolled a 9. So you cut off the auxiliary power starting with where you were and then moving out from there.
What's my difficulty,
I would have
Jen?
tried to keep life support on, but I'm not gonna say I'm good at it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yep.
What's my difficulty, Jen?
We're gonna say difficulty of 7 because of the
Cap.
ridiculous quickness of this.
That's 2 successes.
Cool. Yeah. It staggers you a little as you suddenly appear in the control room with very little air left and a completely unconscious Nolan.
She's gonna try and, quickly get on the computer and try and get everything back on.
Yeah. So give me a wits and computers or computer engineering or something similar.
Cool.
Yep.
Wits. Let's do that. What's my difficulty?
Difficulty for that. Oh, we're gonna go with 5 because you're familiar with the system.
Oh, sweet. Okay. That's nice. That's gonna be 4 successes with the difficulty of 5.
Nice. So you realize almost instantly that he was diverting power to branch out some scans. There are a couple of energy signatures that you're catching. What spheres do you have as well?
Light, or not life, sorry. That was the one I don't have. Matter and forces as well as data.
Okay. There is a small forces signature coming off of your ship. But there's something else in the distance that's big that you don't recognize. And then you realize that he didn't do anything on the computer. Your computer, your locking controls worked perfectly. He rewired the damn thing.
What the fuck, Nolan? Just takes wires, puts them back in. Fuck.
Yeah. And after a short minute there, you managed to get the life support systems back online.
Perfect. The second she gets that, she's on top of Nolan. She grabs him by the corner, by the collar. What the fuck, Nolan? Hey! Slaps him.
What?
What the fuck did you do? Why did you rewire the entire fucking ship? You could have killed us. What the fuck?
I didn't kill us. I didn't.
You rewired all the... What were you trying to do? Reroute all the auxiliary power? Dude, we need that for life support. That's why I put the controls there, so you wouldn't fuck it up.
What? Oh, hey, good morning. How are you?
Well, good. I almost died, so, I've been better.
Almost is better than dying.
Yes. What the fuck were you doing?
Can I? I'm sorry, I almost died too. Can I just take a second to feed my brain some oxygen? Okay. Hi.
Hi.
There was an alien? Like a vessel or an alien entity or something that tried to make contact, and I was worried it was gonna try to do some bad stuff to everybody on the ship. So
you
I rerouted
decided to do it before the aliens?
What? No, I wanted to make sure that more weren't coming. I wanted to make sure our defenses were up, but I couldn't get a hold of you. You weren't answering your comms. You can let go now if you want.
Yeah, she will. She'll.
Okay, thank you.
Why does my... Why was there a sudden influx of power changing? And why is there a log saying that the systems were shut down?
Because computer engineer over here decided to rewire the ship.
It worked!
Did not!
It worked! Look, it did.
Well, you successfully rewired it.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yes, I did.
But what did you? Why did you reroute the CO2 recycling?
Oh, I think I nicked that actually. I
You somehow
last
left
time
the
I
artificial
did-
gravity on. That's impressive, because that one is less important. Like, distinctly.
Yeah.
We don't need to...
the gravity's the orange wire. Oh, I thought that it was. Okay, yeah. Why would oxygen be red? Why would oxygen be red? Because red is bad.
Because it's...
Oh, it's bad if you don't have oxygen. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense. Okay.
red because it's
That makes
critical.
sense.
It impacts critical systems.
Yeah.
Oh, what's so gravity
I'm
is
just
second.
glad you didn't
red?
fuck
Okay.
up the blast doors, because those were the next on the list. Like, if you had switched that one there and rerouted that one, that would have opened up all
No
of the, like, that would have messed with the pressure.
Oh no! Look! And he'll grab the panel, he pry it open, and go. It's labeled. That one's labeled. That one.
Oh.
Whoever went through this put like a little sticky on this. Really.
Yeah, I see the skull and crossbones. That one's really specific.
Yeah.
I thought that was the pirate.
Nolan.
Sir,
Why?
I'm still catching
We're
up.
trying to contact aliens. Did they
What aliens?
respond?
I was trying to star 69 alien. You're
Nice.
younger than me. Star 69 was something you could do on a phone to call back. It's not a sex thing.
Are you sure?
I don't believe you.
I mean, it probably is now.
I mean, if you do it here, it'd probably be a star 69.
Oh. Is that blood? No. Okay, good.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Can you promise, please, Nolan, don't fuck with the wiring on the ship?
Unless we tell you to.
I don't try and therapize anyone.
Maybe you should, because it's pretty easy, really.
Really?
No, it's very hard. The mind is a horrible thing to waste. Oh, is Sophia around? I need to ask her about something.
What
Mm.
did you need, Nolan?
Probably is.
She's literally standing right there behind
Hey!
everybody.
How long have
Just
you been
silently
there?
watching.
You're really stealthy.
I
just
feel
wanted to say.
so much
Yes.
better. My cells do not feel like they're independently being stabbed quite as significantly.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh wow, that's great. Okay, cool. So that's everybody except for Mateo, right? Is Mateo here? Or is Mateo asleep?
I thought
Mateo's
Mateo
not here.
injured in the mess hall.
Oh, you missed it. Mateo and I swapped bodies for a bit.
Oh, I heard
and
about
then...
that.
Okay, but then they went and I got us back because I'm a problem solver.
Yeah, I forgot because you're obviously not
so-
Mateo.
No, I'm not.
Mhm.
Not anymore. Okay. So two things happened. Number one, aliens or an alien entity. An alien entity tried to contact me while I was on patrol, and tried to. It was a mind reader, which is pretty interesting. Really, I didn't even know aliens exist. I mean, I knew aliens existed. Don't get me wrong. I mean, but I didn't know that like aliens were. Oh, it's got a spot on it now. Okay, well.
Is anyone gonna ask about
Um,
what's up with the tie?
No, I'm
My
really
hair was getting
trying
in
not
my
to
face.
focus on it because I just want to strangle him with it right now. So I'm trying not to focus on the tie.
It's on the floor now, so you probably could. Okay, so something just showed up while I was on duty, and it communicated with me by plumbing the depths of my mind and pulling things out. It's also a shapeshifter of some kind. Oh, not a furry one, to my knowledge. So maybe not as useful for your sake,
Well,
Sophia.
If it's a mind reader, is it actually a shapeshifter, or did it just project an image into your mind?
That is a great question. We need to have more conversations.
Last time I said that, you said you didn't like talking to me.
Based on his description, can I roll like esoterica reality deviance?
Yeah, absolutely.
What would I add to that? Like wits or int
I
or...
don't.
Either, whichever one you'd like. It kind of just depends on how you got the information. I think you mostly got it through practical experience, so
Yeah.
probably wits, but
Okay. Does my one step ahead apply?
sure, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I said you were weird, but I mean, don't think that that's a bad thing.
What's the
Everybody here is
difficulty?
weird.
Let's go with 8 because you haven't had a lot of. You've dealt with mostly earthly things.
Okay.
Yep.
This is why I was wearing the tie.
You should get a haircut.
I was gonna get a hair. You know what else? I haven't cut my hair in like 2 years. Maybe longer.
I have some shears in my toolkit.
Okay, sure. Why not? You can cut my hair. Just a little trim.
So, what is Sophia trying to pinpoint here?
Maybe has she heard of something like this before? So it basically, from what little she managed to glean from the description, because Nolan wandered all over and didn't really say much, was that some sort of entity didn't appear to have a body, plumbed stuff from his mind and history to present something to him and communicated that way. Does that ring
Okay.
any bells?
I
I don't know that she'd even necessarily know what it is, but has she heard of stuff
Yeah.
like that? What they can do, how friendly
Yeah.
or not they may be?
You best guess is that it's some sort of you've heard the phrase like extra dimensional entity, usually from void engineers, but he's more of a therapist in the void engineers, so maybe he's not using the same terminology that others do, but you've heard mages refer to them as like spirits of some variety. You don't have a lot of specifics, but you know that mages can often summon those types of things. Maybe not to whatever extent he's been talking about, but if it is as powerful as it seems, it could be something like that. It's usually hard to do on Earth, but where you are, you could expect it to maybe be easier for something like that to just exist out here.
Okay.
You're weird. Everybody here is weird. It's fine. Yeah, there was something out there. It tried talking to me. It tried talking to me using bits of my brain that are personal, really. Personal stuff. And I was like, hey, what's your name? And then it flew off. And I was like, oh, I should probably double check to make sure that it's, not a threat to everybody.
I mean, it's an extraterrestrial life that tried to talk to you. I'm pretty sure it's at least a little
it
bit
might
of a
not
threat.
be
We can't
alien
defend
per
ourselves.
se. It just might be
Oh, no? It
easier
could be
to
what?
access here than on Earth. Sounds like what some of the reality deviants call spirits. Asking for a name might have made it think you were trying to bind it.
I wasn't trying to bind it. I was just trying to talk to
It
it.
doesn't know that. Like,
So
if that's
anyway,
how
I just tried to scan.
those deviants handle that, then
Well, it's
So was it a spirit that bred your mind, or was this a spirit from does this person that you saw, are they dead, Nolan, if you don't mind?
I didn't say I saw someone, but
Whoops, sorry, that's Robin's bad.
No, they admitted that they were pulling stuff from my they asked why shouldn't I look at what I wanted to see? Which
I mean,
kind of is a little bit alarmy, but I mean, it was nice to be honest at least.
it does seem like a rational negotiation approach. Show us something that's non-threatening. They're probably just curious.
I mean, we did kind of show up out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And there was that radio signal we got right before we all went to sleep.
Tegan, as you say that, you realize that you're still receiving a sort of radio signal that you just haven't noticed because you've been so enraged.
Yes. Tegan will open the frequency, I guess, like tune into it, access it. Is it still the same one?
You turn your attention to it, and at the time when you first heard it, it was basically you were catching a fragment of it, and it seems to be on a loop, and it's playing this creepy radio sound, like old-timey radio or something. And once you realize where the beginning is and where it's looping, it says, "No unity without diversity, no ascension without freedom. Enigma takes you where dogma cannot. We do not create the path to ascension, we explore it. Go to," and then there's this address at a time and then a date. "Find the lost boy. Retrieve him from control." And then it loops.
Huh. Tegan will repeat the loop and say exactly what it said.
Nolan,
What?
that address is someplace you used to live. What was, if Nolan remembers, what was happening around, it's approximately 2002? What was Nolan up to? Was he being involved in any big projects at that point? He was fairly new to the NWO.
During that portion, 2002, he was doing a lot of linguistic cram sessions. He was doing...
You awoke in 2001 after 9/11.
He was getting involved in interrogation procedures for suspected terrorism activities following 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
He was working on being taught advanced interrogation methods, aka he was being taught on psychological and physical torture at that age.
And you realize that when you lived at that address, it was during that time period, and you think that it's hard to pinpoint exactly. They've taken a lot of your precise memory. It's hard to remember the specifics sometimes, but you think that you might have been in talks to join Panopticon?
You say Adler Street or Alder Street?
Alder. Do you recognize this?
Yeah, that was my my house. Back when I was when I was a fresh-faced recruit. Hey, I lived at Alder Street.
How long ago was that?
21 years.
Well, I was like 2.
Yeah, I was like
Yeah, I'm old.
5.
I was 20. Don't worry about it.
So this,
I was old enough.
we got a signal. Is it from this spirit thing? And how would we bring it to... What does this even mean?
Can I take a look at some of those readings?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Heather's gonna
Right.
try and pull them up on her tablet. And see if
while
she
you're doing that, Nolan, you do remember part of the reason you were kind of distracted by the address bit for a minute there, but then the wording comes back to you, and you do remember what this resembles. This is not a recording you've ever heard from the Sphinx, from the Rogue Council.
Okay.
This is something new and different, but it resembles the same wording.
When is the last known Rogue Council transmission, or are they pretty steady? Do they still happen?
The last known one would have been probably around 2012. And this one is very specifically from 2002.
This broadcast is?
Anyone who wants to can make me a let's do intelligence and some sort of tech, science, computer, something along those lines. Some sort of role like that.
Cool. Would analytical apply for this or not?
Yes, it would.
Sweet.
Also, if you have data as a sphere, your difficulty is going to be 5. If you don't have data, then your difficulty is going to be 6.
Also, I forgot that I have computer aptitude, which means I lower computer-based rolls too, so difficulty 3.
Cool, yeah, do it. I forgot you had that too. I remembered Heather did, but...
What would be the better computer or technology?
Probably technology.
Okay.
Yeah. I have 2 successes with technology.
Cool.
Heather's not rolling for this. I don't think she's just focusing on the scans.
Cool. What spheres do you have?
Heather?
Yeah.
Data, dimensional science, entropy, matter, forces, and prime.
Okay, cool. Nice. Nice.
If I didn't have 2 1s, it would have been 7.
Nice. So I think Sophia and Tegan kind of come to the same conclusion at about the same time, and Nolan's a couple of beats behind, but he's also distracted right now. There are 2 ways for this to have reached you at this point. Either it is being broadcast from somewhere nearby, or it has traveled 21 light years from where it was broadcast.
Or we time traveled.
Or that.
Or that.
I guess that is the third option.
It's literally the character, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finding third options.
So we're either this broadcast is 21 light years away.
Oh, guys, we got to invest in Apple.
What?
Because we time traveled, obviously.
I mean, we also could have
Oh, my glasses.
come back 21 light years away from where it was, because it takes that long for the sound to travel. So we could be 21 light years away from Earth.
According to Einstein, each are just as likely as happening as the other, I think. The time travel versus the relativity and light speed.
Oh, something's very, very close to us.
Yeah. That's also high. I don't know which is better, being super far away from Earth or something else being super close to us.
And Heather, you're looking at the scans.
Yeah, what would you like me to use for this? Because I've got like cosmology, I've got science, paraphysics, I've got whole bunch of technology things. I've got
Let's
intelligence 5 now.
How about cosmology or paraphysics?
Paraphysics is better for me because I have this specialization of the paraphysics
Cool,
specialist. Yeah. And then intelligence.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Well, and I don't think creative applies in this case, so it would be the
No.
science. Well, I guess the paraphysics is just my science. Actually, no, because I have 4 dots in specialty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you have 4 dots in science, then you still count it as a specialty. Yeah.
Okay. And you know what? Because I haven't done anything fun today, I'm going to spend a point of willpower.
Okay. I will say that you all did get enough sleep during that you regained a point of willpower.
Yay.
So, just
I'm
so.
going to spend it immediately.
Yay. Yep, spend
Right, what's
it.
my difficulty?
Let's see. You're using science paraphysics. Let's say you have 2 dots in dimensional science, right?
I do, because I only have enlightenment 2.
Yeah. Let's go with difficulty 5.
Okay.
Also, thank you, chat. I love you too.
That's
4
4 successes. It would have been 6 had I not rolled 2 1s.
Yeah, fair. Okay, what? So what is Heather looking for in here?
Heather is trying to interpret what the scans are picking up. So if there's anything that jumps out in terms of something she might have studied or something specifically anomalous, just kind of that kind of thing.
Cool. So first, I'm gonna say that you had seen the, you said you have forces, right? Like 1 dot or
Yes,
something?
1 dot in forces.
The scans have picked up the forces signature kind of coming off of the ship, and that has stopped. And you're still not sure what the giant energy signature is in the distance, but it is coming closer. However, you kind of check through the scans and check what else has been worked on here, and you're not seeing any sort of familiar spatial bodies that you're used to. There's no planets at all.
That's interesting.
You seem to
And
be in a very
concerning.
empty part of space. You see stars, but where you are is empty. It's not as voidness as the null zone, but
Well, there's no planets anywhere. She's kind of mumbling as she's figuring this out, regardless of what everyone else is doing. That big thing's coming closer. Well, we're definitely not in our solar system. So that's unfortunate. I'm not sure that we're in the Milky Way anymore. We might be in a different galaxy entirely. None of this looks like anything remotely familiar from our database that I remember. So that's cool. I think we've gone somewhere that is possibly beyond current Tech Union known space.
So
We're pioneers.
both things were maybe right. So something large is near us, and we're also super far away. Great. I
What?
love
Sorry?
being super right.
What happened?
Oh, just
We're having an adventure.
Yeah, so we're probably really far away from Earth. There is a possibility we're in a parallel reality. So there's that.
Probably that.
I mean, if the Big Bang happened differently, so I mean, like, we might not even have the same star systems.
The medium bang.
Well, why don't we focus on potentially being in our own reality until something definitely says otherwise?
yeah. I'm gonna focus on. Did you say?
Back?
And the thing that's apparently coming closer.
Yeah, it's coming closer. See, and she just like holds up her tablet, and it's like showing like a flashing light of like and like trajectory. It's like, yeah, so it's kind of coming. I don't know if it's actually on a direct. Does it look like it's actually gonna hit us, or is it just coming generally closer?
At this point,
Probably.
it's far enough away that you're having trouble telling.
I can't tell if it's gonna intersect with our path at this point, but it is coming closer.
Huh.
Sorry, did Sophie
I can
say
hail it.
something?
No, no.
No?
Bad idea. At least
I mean,
until
I
it gets
could.
closer.
No, not until.
Maybe you could give us a tow, though.
Yeah, but last time you tried to hail it, apparently you took away all of our oxygen. So you know what?
You think it
But
actually
that's
has
why you're
feet?
here right now.
Why would it give us a toe? Oh, never mind. Sorry, Sophie, what was that?
Why don't we wait and see if it wants to talk to us and is hostile or not before
Sophia?
we reach out to something that might not have noticed us yet?
Oh, I think it did.
Well, yes,
Yeah,
but
I think Professor
I might forget.
Engineer over here.
Oh,
or
I'm
just
not a
doesn't
professor.
care
I
until
never
we
taught.
think until we keep poking and it thinks that we're a threat, which I'm used to combating threats on Earth, not in space.
So, Sophia, speaking of which, can you, when you have a chance, go check on Mateo? When we did the body swap, he said that he felt kind of hollow being in my body, and I'm not sure if that's the whole like being in a different body thing, but I also am a little worried he's got like an alien egg or something in his gut.
What?
I meant to tell you that earlier, but I got distracted.
Well, what if that means that you're missing something that you didn't know you were missing?
Yeah, the thing said something about
Yeah, speaking
the
of that.
Lost Boy in that recording.
Well, I'm pretty
I
sure
just
I
wanna
wasn't
life scan
pregnant in
him then.
2002.
Like pull out like a device, like a little like portable X-ray but not X-ray type machine, and just be like,
Yeah, you can definitely scan them.
You're scanning me?
Yeah.
No, he was... Okay, sure.
well, I
What am
mean, they're
missing?
right. He was in your body when he said that.
Yeah, so if he was feeling empty...
Okay, yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm missing...
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'm empty? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. Okay, go ahead. I just punched the wall.
They're just like back looking at the tablet calculating.
Do I
The
need
scan
to take
shows
off
that
my
Nolan is
jacket or
empty
anything?
inside. No.
Empty or
Automatum.
Life scan type thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
that's what I was
So
thinking.
just roll me your enlightenment and
Die down!
difficulty of 4.
3 successes. Enlightenment, so that means I get to roll a 10 again.
You do.
4 successes. The last one was a 4.
Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, you do a scan on him and he everything looks normal unless Nolan has something that I don't know.
No, he doesn't have his appendix. That's it.
Okay, cool. Oh, by the way, Kelly, I forgot. Take another point of paradox for the entropy thing earlier.
Notes.
Well, I guess we don't have to worry about you having appendicitis. And then she'd turn and go and
No, I
find
got rid of that when I was 12.
Yeah.
Mateo.
He does still have that point of aggravated damage because he hasn't had an actual sleep. He just had passed out from lack of oxygen sleep.
Right, have I healed up my
That
bashing
wasn't not nearly as...
from sleep?
Yes, you would have. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, several hours had passed.
Okay, so yeah, go check on Mateo. Look, I hate to almost kill us and run, but does anybody else want to take over on the bridge now that you've had a full night's sleep? Because I haven't slept in
Yeah,
61 hours.
go to sleep, Nolan.
Probably a good
Okay.
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was starting to see auras.
Uh,
Oh, Heather, can we get together and have some salon talk though? I could use. I'm gonna take you up on the trim.
You want to sleep first?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You never. If there's one thing that I know from my wife, you never make hair decisions on sleep up. That's how you end up with a mohawk. You think it's gonna look way cooler than it does, but most people just don't have the head shape for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick a
Anyway, I'm
mohawk
gonna
for
go
myself. I don't think it's my style.
I don't know. You got a nice head. It's small, compact, but also kind of spunky.
Yeah, the hair is what makes my head not look like it's a pin, like needle head.
Well, fair enough.
I shaved my head for Cops for Cancer that one time, and it was not a good look for me.
Why would you give cops cancer?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, fair. Okay, I'm going to sleep. He's gonna go find a bed.
as Nolan is leaving, Tegan's gonna try and like she's gonna take off one of her, like, she has a bunch of spare rings. She's gonna try and slip it in Nolan's like pocket or something, just so she can like
Sure.
keep tabs on him during the nighttime, just to make sure he's okay.
Sure, yeah. I will always hate when they don't have larceny on here, because that's kind of a larceny role. Or legerdemain.
Right.
They used to have legerdemain. Something, sleight of hand, something. Stealth, maybe?
What? Dex and stealth.
Dex and
probably.
stealth?
Okay. I don't have
Versus
stealth, so
perception and awareness. What do you have?
for skills,
Yeah.
Or like
Streetwise?
or
streetwise,
okay.
or even
Subterfuge?
subterfuge. I'd give you a higher
Uh,
difficulty, but subterfuge.
Yeah, I have a dot in subterfuge.
Okay, you could roll
I'll
that.
use that.
And dex and
So-
subterfuge. And we're gonna say difficulty of 7.
Cool. Does hand-eye? No, I don't think hand-eye coordination would apply for that.
Yeah, I'd give it to you for that.
Oh, sweet. Cool.
You're trying to slip something into somebody's pocket without them noticing. Sure,
That's
hand-eye
true.
coordination, like. Eh.
Sweet.
Jen, I'm gonna PM you my number.
Okay.
Oof, that's not great. That's one success because I rolled a 1. Ugh.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, my Facebook where you PM'd me was not loading very fast. It was like, no, you don't need these chats. What are you talking about? Sorry, Tegan, what'd you get?
1 success.
Yeah. Nolan, does she manage to get it in, but you notice, or you dip out of the way and call her on it?
So how do you do it? How do you go about it?
I think she's just gonna like she's gonna like walk up to Nolan and just kind of like, hey, sorry about that earlier, man, and just like, I didn't mean to like rough you up, and she's kind of gonna do like the like kind of like brush him off a bit and like kind of like pat on the shoulder and try and like put a like you distract with one hand
Yeah.
and slip the ring with the other one.
No, it's look, I'm just tired. Don't worry about it, okay? We're all tired and cranky. I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize any of you consciously. So, I'm sorry for scaring you. It wasn't my intent. I was just trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
I'll try to keep that in check next time, maybe, okay?
Yeah, I did, like...
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
We're good. I appreciate it, though, really.
of course. Nick, get some sleep and hopefully,
Oh, you can't stop me. I mean, you probably could, but don't.
No,
I really need
no,
it.
you should sleep. You should definitely get, like, a ton of sleep.
Yeah, plus that, like, oxygen deprivation does some trippy things to your brain, so you might want to check on that.
Yeah.
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 I learned that the hard way.
Yeah. Check Mateo. Hey. He's gonna go to sleep.
Yeah. Give me a perception and alertness at difficulty 8 as you head.
8.
Yep.
8. 1 actually.
Cool. Okay.
Out of 9.
Yeah. Let me just.
A lot of 2s, a lot of 3s, a lot of 5s.
Fair. Yeah, you head off and you go to bed and you basically pass out as you hit the pillow. It's very nice. Normally, when you were traveling down to the deep sea exploration zone, you kept having the thought of, these beds are so uncomfortable because they're narrow. They're not really made for someone like you. And they're military grade submarine beds, right? But now it's the most comfortable thing you've ever been on.
Oh, just okay. I don't even need this to fall asleep. I need an emergency helper for this. He's gonna open his trunk, his emergency trunk. All right, good night, everybody.
Fantastic. And Nolan falls asleep.
On his blahage.
Yep. On his son. Sophia's going to check on Mateo, correct? Cool. I'll handle that in a moment. Tegan and Heather, what are you up to currently?
So, Heather is looking at getting the ship engines calibrated to operate in space, because she had not done that yet because she didn't think we were doing anything with engines until the next day.
Fair enough. Yeah. So you pull up your tablet and start checking system, and little avatar comes onto the screen, and you're like, I think that's Kibo. But Kibo, instead of being his normal little cat avatar, is now a Sphinx avatar.
You're not a cat avatar anymore. What happened to you?
I got an update. Rawr. I like it.
Whose space is that?
I don't know. Can I change it?
I don't know. Is there a feature here? Is there a menu? Heather's getting sidetracked looking for like if there's like a menu for like avatar modifications.
Yeah, absolutely. There is one, and it has it has a couple of different options. Sphinx is listed on there with like one of the little red asterisks that's new.
Ooh, bonus content. When did that update come in?
It looks like it came in, you estimate, probably about the time you hit real space.
Huh. Connection on this thing is crazy. Yeah, here, look at these. And she'll just like open the menu and like assume that he can access it.
Yeah, he's like roaming around the menu, like scrolling through with his paws. Just being like, this sounds fun, and bopping it, and then he changes into like a little shark emoji and her avatar.
There's a pirate hat here.
Pirate hat.
Do you want to have like hot pink fur?
I like pink. Pink is nice.
There's also chartreuse.
What color's that?
It's like a green.
Doesn't sound green.
It sure looks green.
Let's see.
What if it tastes green?
You could change my color and I could lick it.
Boop. I don't know if it's your color.
Just like this bright, vivid chartreuse, which is a like green liqueur. Super
obnoxious.
green. So obnoxious. Tastes like zeros.
Does it taste like hexadecimal?
Yes.
Weird. I guess that makes sense. Anyway, have fun with that. I'm gonna keep looking at this.
Okay. What you looking at?
I'm trying to figure out where we are. Also getting the engines operating in space.
Oh, yeah.
Because currently they're calibrated for a deep sea exploration, and that is not the same density as
No.
space.
No.
Yeah.
No, it is not. Well, if
It's
you need
running
help,
a-
I'll be here just tasting chartreuse.
Well, once you're happy with that, sure, I could use some assistance running this calculation because it doesn't work without the gravity function. I know I did this in my microgravity ops course, but it's been a while and I think I slept through half that class, or I kept watching Downton Abbey during lectures because it was boring as hell. So
What's that?
I'm not sure which one it was. It's this like period drama about a family that lives in this big old house. It's really riveting. Like I didn't think it was going to be my thing, and then I just binge watched the entire thing in like a week. Once we're done watching Dragon Ball, we could watch it. I think I've got a couple episodes on here.
Okay. But math, I can do math. I like math.
Yeah, if you want to figure out why this isn't working, I don't think I've got the right forces in this equation. I'm actually convinced this is the right equation.
Well, let's look. And Kiba's going to help you with that. And with time and with Kiba's help, you are going to be able to recalibrate these. Not a problem. It's honestly just a setting that, like, basically needs to be flipped in terms of, like, putting calculations in code in to do that. But, yeah. So it takes some time, but is not hard.
Flipping through each chunk of it, it's like this huge thing list. It's like, I know it's not that one. That's the 9.8, the negative with the gravity, and that doesn't work because we are in a vacuum. Can't do that. There's no friction.
Yeah, precisely. And Tegan, what are you up to?
I think kind of I think actually from going over like the like from the scans that she did the previous day, I think she's going to try and see about really kind of hacking in and getting into the like systems that were turned off, like the weaponry. So I think she's gonna really try and hack / like get access to all of the like the safety stuff. So just in case. the thing comes towards us and it's hostile, we might be able to fight back just a smidge. So I think she's gonna be like really focusing on trying to get down to like look at the weapon stuff, see if there's like main panels for where everything is, and just try and like communicate. And then every once in a while she'll just check in on Nolan just to make sure he's doing okay.
Sounds good. Yeah, you can absolutely work on that. And Heather seems to be keeping Kibo engaged, so you can work uninterrupted and uninterfered with.
Yeah. I think every once in a while Tegan will like pass Heather, look at Kibo and be like, nice.
Yeah. But yeah, and for you, I also won't make you roll. You can basically boot up anything you need to at this point.
Okay.
And if you would like to do things like start up the different types of weapons and any sort of other scans you might want to do or anything like that, you're welcome to.
Cool.
Sophia, you are heading to go check on Mateo. Whereabouts are you heading?
Probably start with the mess and then move out from to where like his kind of space was prior to that.
Cool. Yeah, you head to the mess hall, and he's not there. And maybe grab a coffee on your way, because there's still some percolating there. Still some left. Maybe somebody put it on. Maybe Mateo put it on, actually.
I think I've had about 4 in the last like couple hours, so I think I might wait.
You did just wake up recently, so it's whether or not
true.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
Point
sniff
is,
it.
there is coffee. It seems fresh.
I'll
So
take a
someone
cup
must
to
have
go
put it
then.
on. Yeah. Okay. And grab a cup of coffee. But it does seem like someone's been in here. Do you go check Mateo's like room where you basically found him the last time after you crossed over? Okay. Yeah, he's not here either, but he does but the bed seems freshly made.
Okay.
When you last left, it had been a bit of a mess, so chances are, whether or not he slept here, he made the bed.
Okay. Maybe swing back towards the infirmary and see if I find him on the way.
Cool, yeah. Give me a perception and alertness check.
Sure.
Difficulty of 6. Okay.
Would have been 3 except for that last one.
Except for that dang one. Oh, old World of Darkness. As you walk towards the infirmary, you hear Mateo's voice coming from the infirmary. You can't quite make out any words, but you hear another voice.
I approach deliberately using my silent approach this time.
Cool.
Until I can recognize the voice.
Cool. Do you have dots in stealth?
I do.
Cool. Roll me dex and stealth. But because you've established that this is a way your character moves, I'm going to say difficulty 4.
Okay. That is 4 successes then. 4 dice, 4 successes.
Cool. You slow down your approach being as quiet as you can. And just give me a flat intelligence roll.
Flat in?
Yeah, so like just your intelligence.
Okay.
This is just a memory check. Difficulty of 6.
2 successes.
You've heard the other voice before, but it's no one on this crew. The last place you heard this voice was in the deep sea exploration zone.
Whose voice is this, Jen? You've avoided saying it so far.
This voice is the one of the gentleman who met you at the door with the woman who was from Special Projects.
Was he also one of the ones who had black flashing eyes?
You know, I honestly can't remember that off the top of my head, but Sophia probably assumes so at this point.
Is the door open?
Yes.
I'm gonna try and ease around slowly and try to see if I can see that there's another person in there, or is he talking to somebody on an audible thing first somehow?
As
Or
you
listening
approach
to a
the
recording
infirmary,
or something.
right. As you approach the infirmary, you don't even have to necessarily ease around the door because you can see the shadow of someone significantly bigger than Mateo, just kind of reflecting out from the infirmary, and you can hear them both, and there's no like radio distortion or anything. There's just Mateo quietly, not so much begging for his life as he is just crying quietly and trying to negotiate with the person who is holding him and holding a gun to his head. And I'm going to call game there so that we don't have to run a combat right now.
Okay. I'm just going to point out my intentions prior to that so that hopefully somebody can remind me of it before next game.
Yes.
That I saw their shadow. I'm paying attention to where my shadow is.
Okay.
Where the lighting is so that they're not clued off that I'm there.
Yeah.
And I'm readying my pause taser.
Fantastic. Your shadow, for the record, is behind you because most of the light's in front of you, so it's behind you and not in their line of sight.
Because if I could seeing that, if I could then check mine, because it's an open doorway, as long as it's not in front of me, I can, even if it is, I could stay far back that then immediately I could dash forward quickly and they would get next to no warning.
Yeah.
Which I will say, the first thing that made me feel like this was weird was you going, oh, why don't you have some coffee? I'm like, what's in the fucking coffee, Jen?
To be fair, nothing's in the coffee. I just was like, there's coffee.
I'm like,
You made it
this is
sus.
the
Have
first
some.
time you've offered me something. Do not trust.
It's dangerous when I offer things.
It's true.
Like when I offered Kelly to look outside into space.
But then, like, otherwise,
Spells.
she's probably going to try and do something where she can open a comm so that sound transmits but doesn't come back out.
Yeah.
So that the others can maybe hear what's happening.
Yeah.
Type thing.
I will say,
But
yeah,
whatever's the most
I'm
easy for her to
assuming,
do.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming combat's gonna happen in some form or another, and I didn't want to run it in the next like
No,
20
exactly.
minutes. So,
No, that works.
yeah, but I'll say that there is a comm system a little ways behind you that you could reach, but the closest one is in the infirmary.
Okay, cool.
So I'm leaving this in here so that, I can look back and
Fair.
And if I happen to get notes before next game, then if I don't, that's fine. I can look back. But this was such a good game. Yay.
Oh my
Mental
goodness.
Try and do something clever.
Wait, when you hinted about when you were like where do you start looking for Mateo? And it's like, that's not good. That's not good. That's never good when you ask where.
Honestly, the coffee was the first thing that kind of made me feel like this is weird. And then I was like, yeah, this is getting sus. This is getting sus as fuck.
Yeah. I will point out that I did have a couple of Hurt the Moors and Drama Bombs for this game. I used the 2 Drama Bombs pre-game to set up a couple of things. Thank you.
I am very curious as to what this
helped.
is, considering I did life scan the whole ship when we started.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's
you did.
concerning.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Perhaps
That's
not
right.
alive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait.
I didn't, Kelly, use the Hurt the Moors because you hurt yourself enough for me.
Well, keep them.
So does that
Yeah,
pass on
so-
to Krista tomorrow, or
No, I guess I get to keep them.
do I keep it? Yeah.
That was a blast. I had so much fun with that, especially
That was good.
BSing physics based on
So
first year
good.
physics
Thank you.
I'm so
information.
glad I scoured myself though, because now at least I'm blank slate for combat.
Yeah,
yes,
right?
Yes, I may have been giving you a few opportunities to heal yourself.
Yeah.
Nice.
Appreciated.
That was super good.
But
Yeah.
I was also
Super
planning
good.
on giving you the laboratory space anyway, because Technocrats taking Paradox for everything they do in space is a little rough.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I can give you a little space where it's less of an issue.
Yay.
And
Yeah.
Saberslaw, I did
Nice.
take the coffee still. I just haven't said I drank any yet.
This
But
is
I
true.
have a hot
Now you have
cup
a
of
weapon.
coffee in my hand that might become a weapon.
I
Ooh,
literally
Just
that's-
imbue incandescence into it.
Coffee in one hand, taser in another, and you're like,
No,
Enough of this
flash
bullshit.
zap, because it's still a liquid. Get that
Yep.
electrical
Yeah.
conductivity.
haha,
Nice.
it's true.
All right, so folks, thank you, Jen, for running another episode of Mage. We'll be back next month.
Yes.
And should be pretty early in the month. We'll make sure that you have plenty of notice. I know we're going to be juggling around a little bit this summer just because of a bunch of summer events, but
Yeah.
we will be near the beginning of every month.
Mhm.
A big thank you to our patrons, you guys right there who are watching right now. And folks, if you're watching this in September? August, September, somewhere around there, and you're not on the Patreon, you have no idea. You could skip ahead right now and find out what's going on, like all of the patrons who are watching right now. A big thank you out to our divine producer, my mom, Jan. Hi, Mom. Thanks for being a divine producer. One day you'll understand what that means and will help me create a god for the setting. Thanks to Precarious, our demonic producer, to our wizards of the Patreon as well, Tammy the Forever Cleric and the Ink Goblin. Thank you so much. And a big thank you to our High Council of the Patreon who keep us going. Taryn the Traveler, Buddy, Trezelta, Amberthist, Cubby Gummy, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Drew Thompson, Sergio, Chef Aladeth, Larouk, Sorcerer Sanguine, and Mike Baxter. I hope you're enjoying this because I'm enjoying it. And I get to wear a different wig next time because I'm going to get a haircut.
Very nice.
I got a
And
shorter wig.
you are all going to take let's go with 3 XP for this game, because the combat didn't happen this game like I was planning on, because we had a lovely botched mind effect instead.
Nice.
Yep.
I need to remember.
So it's
where-
it's the current rating times 7 for your primary sphere, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's 21 to get data 4. Okay, so I need 7 more XP to get data 4. Nope, 6 more. I can count. I can math.
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 But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
That was so
And
much fun.
we'll be back next month.
Yes.
All right. So we'll see you all then. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.